Lakers captured the NBA crown last year, the question became, could they do it again? Now the defending champions are up against it. Instead of contemplating back-to-back titles for the first time in 17 years, the Lakers are one game away from playoff extinction. A loss tonight, and it's over. The Houston Rockets have been riding the strong and determined shoulders of the NBA's latest phenomenon. Underdogs at the start, the Rockets now sense they can take their place among the league's best. Houston is ready to deliver a knockout punch tonight, brimming with a confidence that's been building each game. Tip-off is moments away. It's the last time tonight the Lakers can be alone with their thoughts, wondering if they can take the first step in turning around this Western Conference Final. The scene is the Forum in Inglewood, California, where this could be the night we see a changing of the guard in the NBA's Western Conference. The young and hungry Houston Rockets with a 3-1 lead are one game away from knocking out the defending champion Lakers, while the powerful Boston Celtics wait to take on the winner. Hello again, everyone. I'm Dick Stockton along with Tom Heinsohn. And if the Lakers do indeed go down, it won't be without a fight. Yesterday, they held what many people describe as their toughest practice in the last 6 weeks. They're up against a Houston Rocket team that has surprisingly done all the right things. They played the good defense down the stretch. They haven't made many mistakes. And most of all, Tommy Heinsohn, they have had the amazing Hakeem Olajuwon going.
Dickie has been simply sensational. He's given them the points when they've needed to have the points from the low post, and he has dominated on the offensive glass. So much so that Pat Rile has taken his best rebounder, the power forward, the Rambuses and the Lucases, to try and block him out. That has put pressure on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to do all the rebounding. He hasn't been able to do it.
Now, a lot of people think, if you really analyze the games, that they, in many ways, could have gone either way. Do you agree with that?
I think that should Houston miss a few outside shots and the Lakers get that defensive rebounding going, they'll get their fast break in gear, and that's when they're their toughest.
All right, Tommy, you know, only 4 teams in NBA history have come from a 3-1 deficit to win a playoff series. Here's how the Lakers regard their situation tonight.
We're going to run, we're going to jump, we're going to shoot, we're going to fight if necessary. Whatever it takes to win the ball game, we're going to do it, and we're going to win it.
Just can't verbally say we're going to do it, and, you know, it's got to be a collective thing with 5 guys coming back to the boards till we get the basketball. We're not there yet, and we're not going to just concede it. It's going to be a very, very intensely fought ball game.
We're going to make it a one-game series from here on out. Wednesday, Friday, and then Monday.
And there's a little pulse beating, and we're going to be there.
And right now, the lineups for the Houston Rockets. Ralph Sampson and Rodney McRae are the forwards, and Hakeem Olajuwon the center. In the backcourt, the veteran Robert Reed and Lewis Lloyd, and Bill Fitch trying to see his team get to the finals. For the Lakers, they're going with the same lineup, and that includes Kurt Rambis and James Worthy at forward and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at center. Magic Johnson and Byron Scott are the guards. Pat Rile trying to hope his team can hang on another day. Earl Strom and Jess Kersey are the officials, and Ed Middleton is the alternate tonight. Any possible change in matchups we might see, Tommy?
It's been rumored that perhaps Kareem will match up one-on-one with Olajuwon.
That'll be interesting, and we'll see if it happens. Meanwhile, the Lakers win the tip. They go right to Kareem. That's the way to get the crowd going.
Well, he's their #1 set offensive player in the low post.
And he is guarding Olajuwon. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, center against center.
He'll have a tough time physically boxing out Olajuwon tonight.
Lewis Lloyd hitting from the corner, and it's tied 2-2. Capacity crowd, and they're armed with all kinds of posters and signs to urge the Lakers on. Lloyd is on Magic Johnson. Looking inside for Kareem, double team with Reed and Sampson. Good passing by the Lakers. Worthy.
Immediately, the Lakers aware of the weak side of their offense, something that they have not been aware of the last 2 games.
That's the side away from the ball. And they haven't gotten much production from the likes of Cooper and Scott there. And then we'll have a foul away from the ball called against the Lakers. And the foul is against Kurt Rambis. Pat Rile says I wouldn't be so quick to start shoveling dirt on us.
Well, we're going to make them concerned with what we do rather than the other way around.
Sampson missed. Magic goes in. The shot is blocked out of bounds. Still Laker ball. And Magic might have gotten hit in the head momentarily.
That fast break by the Lakers has been the hallmark of what they do best. They have not really been able to get it going consistently for an entire game.
Worthy finds Scott. Scott has been a streak shooter, and he loses the ball out of bounds. He really hasn't gotten in rhythm. And on the turnover, with less than 2 minutes gone by in the opening period, Reed and McRae, the two ball handlers for Houston. Robert Reed hits outside, and that's what's done it for the Rockets, as you pointed out.
That is a big shot to start out hitting the outside shot as you're trying to feed the low post.
Lewis Lloyd is hurting. He got hit in the eye, and now it's 5 against 4 for the Lakers. Byron Scott goes for a three-pointer and misses. James Worthy is there, and he's fouled. Lewis Lloyd got hit. Took him a while to get to the forecourt. Here's how it happened.
Well, he tried to make a steal and just ends up with an elbow in the face. The official cannot call a timeout because the Rockets did not have possession of the ball.
Meanwhile, James Worthy is on the line. Robert Reed with his first personal foul. And James Worthy, who played all 48 minutes and led the Lakers with 26 points Sunday despite a neck strain that's still bothering him. And I think that speaks volumes about the man.
Did a great job on the boards. Got 10 rebounds. So Worthy responded.
1-point game. A little more than a minute and a half gone by. Opening period, game number 5. Magic doubling on Akeem. Reed missing there. Loose ball, and here the Lakers. Scott in the lane. Lewis Lloyd coming right back for Houston with under 10 minutes to go in the first period. The Lakers by 3. Here's Sampson inside against Kareem, and a tremendous move for Rile.
They've been trying to get to go at Kareem in every ball game early, no matter who he's guarding.
Rambis going strong. Kareem tries to keep it alive, and he does.
Dick, that should silence the critics of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. We haven't seen him do this an awful lot, but he is determined he's going to give it his best effort tonight. And when he offensive rebounds like that, the Lakers can really win this ball game.
Ralph Sampson commits the foul, and the Lakers lead by 4, and maybe he's responding to criticism by Wilt Chamberlain. And he really took some shots at Kareem today, and we'll talk more about that. Lewis Lloyd getting it inside to Akeem. Akeem loses his footing and steps out of bounds. There's the way they've been shooting early on in the ball game. Houston has hit 2 outside shots. Sampson has had an inside move, and the Lakers look like they're inspired.
I tell you, the Lakers have diversified their offense a lot.
Knocked away by Akeem, who picks it up on the turnover. Akeem Olajuwon, who leads Houston in steals, has another one. Lloyd, long range. Worthy. The Lakers have a 4-on-2. And Bill Fitch wants a timeout. Good move by Bill here. Abdul-Jabbar has 7 of the Lakers' 12 points.
The NBA on CBS. Tonight's game from the Forum is sponsored by Miller Beer. Miller made the American way since 1855. Plymouth, a division of Chrysler Corporation. Plymouth, the pride is back. Born in America again. And by Hewlett-Packard, the people who turn your business computing problem into a business computing solution.
Many times by some big margins and averaging 10 rebound edge. But so far, the Lakers have all the rebounds, and James Worthy has 3 of them.
I'll tell you, by putting Kareem on Olajuwon, all he'll have to do is block out. That'll turn Rambis and Lucas and all the other power forwards of the Lakers loose on the defensive glass.
See how the Rockets respond. Olajuwon goes in and misses. Rebound by Rambis. Here come the Lakers. Lewis Lloyd is on Magic Johnson. Inside to Worthy against McCray. Worthy has 5. Kareem has 7 of the 14 Laker points. And this is their best start of their series by far.
They're controlling the boards early. Everybody on their toes for the rebounds, the Lakers.
And running and getting the quick hitters. Inside to Akeem. 4 on the shot clock. Lloyd with a short jump hit with nearly 8 minutes remaining now. In the first period, the Lakers scored 7 in a row before Lloyd shot. And Byron Scott comes right back.
That's where he's at his best, in the open court for that jump shot.
He hasn't gotten in rhythm so far in this series. Akeem goes up and draws the foul, and he'll shoot 2.
They were going to see a quick hitter, a low post before the double team can develop. Worthy gets it. Nice shot over McCray. They have had difficulty getting that play into any of the previous 2 games.
The foul is on Byron Scott, and here is Akeem Olajuwon, who has scored 75 points in the last 2 games. He has as many blocked shots as the entire Laker team. Bill Fitch, who said, I've been in the locker room down 3-1 and I'm wearing a ring, so he knows it's possible to come back and make up the deficit.
But he sure got the most out of the Rockets strategically and emotionally in this series.
Magic pushing it all the way in. No basket. No basket. Foul before the shot. It was Bill Fitch and the Celtics, the last team to come from a 3-1 deficit to win. That was an 81 against Philadelphia 76ers. Foul was on Lloyd. Magic for 2.
They're at home. The outside shooting working for the Lakers, not for the Rockets.
Lakers are pitching a perfect game so far, and we have 7:20 remaining in the first period. McCray. Olajuwon again falls down. Looks for help and is fouled. He made a great play once he fell down, and a good rebound over the back of Kareem.
But it was a good block out by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. They're going to see Kareem put his body on him now as the shot goes up and hold him in there, and it's just a good leaping ability of Olajuwon and enable him to get the rebound.
Foul was on Magic. Here's Sampson. Ralph Sampson with his 4th point. Akeem has not yet scored, and Houston is shooting under 50%. The Lakers a rousing 67 and an 8-point lead for L.A. Worthy looking for Kareem. Sampson overplaying it. Feed to Rambis. Loses it to McCray. 4 on 3 for the Rockets. They overran the ball. And Magic Johnson try to pick off and anticipate the pass inside. It's still Rockets ball.
You know, they have 2 different guys to go to in the low post, the Rockets. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see them work the Rambis-Sampson matchup a lot more.
That'd be the logical one now. There it is, but Rambis picks it off for the Lakers. It's a 3-on-2. Worthy. Pat Riley's got to be loving this. 20-10 in favor of the Lakers, and the crowd on its feet here at the Forum.
They take advantage of 3-on-2 fast breaks better than anybody in the league, the Lakers.
And Rambis is incensed over that foul on Ralph Sampson. That'll be his 2nd personal foul for Rambis, who's really had to struggle in this series, and he's really had his hands full trying to block out Akeem in the earlier game.
He had a thankless job. Very thankless.
And a whistle that will not count.
Here's what Rambis is mad about. He's trying to be physical with Sampson. Got the good position. And here's Sampson coming over the top and using his elbow to establish. And Rambis says, you can't do that to me. And I think he's right.
The fast break story. The Lakers have outscored the Rockets 8-0. They've succeeded on 4 of their 5 fast breaks. Tommy Houston has run only 1, and they haven't scored on it.
They have not been able to get their speed into the game so far, the Rockets. But the Lakers sure have. At defensive rebounding, they've made the right adjustments for this game.
Under 6 minutes to go, first period. Lloyd inside. Blocked by Worthy. Bill Fitch claims it was a goaltend, and Earl Strom explains that it was not.
Well, they gave him a form of what the Rockets are doing to them. A second man coming from behind to block shots.
Reed looking for Olajuwon. Reed took an ill-advised shot. And here comes Magic in a crowd against Reed. Goes up, and they're going to call the offensive foul against Magic Johnson. That'll be his second personal foul. And the first substitution of the game is coming in for the Lakers. The power forward, 34-year-old Maurice Lucas, has replaced Kurt Rambis. There's Lucas.
And he'll do a pretty physical job on Sampson. He'll lay on him a little bit, but a much better offensive player than Rambis.
5.5 to play, opening period. 10-point Laker lead. Lloyd hits again, and Lewis Lloyd now with 6 points is the Rocket high scorer.
If they continue to hit those outside shots, the Laker defense will have to go out and get them. That'll open up the inside game once again for the Rockets.
A lot of people didn't think the Rockets could succeed shooting outside. They have. Here's Lucas. That's an important play for the Lakers tonight, isn't it?
Lucas has been wide open because Olajuwon has been patrolling around looking to block shots.
And they're going to call Sampson with the foul, his second.
There you're going to see it. Lucas has a good position, puts the little actor studio on to boot. Ends up with Sampson picking up his second.
Sampson has been in foul trouble the last 2 games. He's been mostly a spectator in the key moments for the Rockets at home. But he was a big man in the second game here at the Forum, which the Rockets won. Into Kareem. Fake. Basket.
They are really executing the Lakers.
That's what Pat Rile told us yesterday. He says, our big problem, we just haven't been able to execute our offense. Sampson misses inside. Kareem, another rebound. Here's Magic. 3-on-2. Worthy. And Magic Johnson has 6 assists already in the game, and the Lakers lead by 14. 22nd timeout, Houston. Tommy, the Lakers couldn't ask for more. Down 3-1 in the opening period of this game.
I'll tell you right now, here's the rebound story. The Lakers 10-1, and all good defensive rebounds. They've taken Olajuwon off the board. Kareem, and watch this fake by Kareem on Sampson. You see Olajuwon trying to cheat. He's afraid Luka's going to go for the rebound. Good fake by Jabbar. And he ends up with an easy one over a much taller player, Sampson.
Tommy, the Rockets have only 1 offensive rebound, which goes hand in hand with the good defensive rebounding the Lakers are doing.
You know, Pat Rile put Kareem on Sampson in hopes of making it an easier series for him. Not as physical to play Sampson as it is Olajuwon.
Jim Peterson has come in the ball game, replacing Hakeem Olajuwon. Peterson with 13 big rebounds in game 4. Cooper misses a 3-pointer. McRae has his pass intercepted by Cooper. Here's Scott in the corner. Peterson gets a rebound. The second-year forward did a tremendous job off the bench, and that's the first defensive rebound for the Rockets. The basket by McRae will count, and a foul as well. And there is the man who quietly has been perhaps the steadiest of all the Houston Rockets, maybe outside of Hakeem.
I'll tell you, he has been Mr. Everything for Bill Fitch the entire season. A big credit is his mental toughness. He was in a slump at the beginning of the year and did not let it affect him or the team. He's hung in there and given them whatever he could night after night.
He leads the team in assists and already has 4 in this game, their second best shooter. And his rebounding average would be second on the Lakers in this series. Worthy double teamed with Reed and McRae. Scott lost it. Kareem. Houston's tightening up the defense. Scott misses a 3-point attempt. McRae has it. Houston coming back, trailing by 11. We have 3 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the opening period.
Yeah, holding the outlets off the rebound, the Rockets too long.
Peterson gets an offensive rebound. And Olajuwon, who has not scored and on the bench, sees Peterson doing quite a job off the boards and scoring. Under 3 minutes to go, and now the Lakers call a timeout. The lead has been cut to 9 as Cooper and Lloyd have a few things to discuss. When it's 3-1 and you got nowhere to turn, tempers heat up.
Guaranteed, the Lakers aren't going out with a whimper. They're going to play as hard as they can. Here you're going to see Cooper over the left of your screen now, and Lloyd, they're kind of talking to each other as the timeout is called, and they're just going at each other with a big debate.
I think the debate is over for the moment.
Yeah. What is? Oh, that's Billy. That's
America's learning that it takes a new breed of mechanic to service today's sophisticated cars. The Firestone Mastercare mechanic, trained at one of 48 Firestone training centers, trained in the latest automotive technology on specially designed state-of-the-art equipment, because that's what it takes to be a mechanic today.
America's driving to Firestone.
There. You want to try something tough? Try taking this check to a widow with young kids. I've had to do it twice. You can imagine how I would have felt had I not kept in touch over the years and made sure that that check did what I told them it would. I wouldn't be able to face them. That's why I like being a State Farm agent. When we write life insurance, we work together with people and do it right.
And like a good neighbor,
And staying in touch keeps it right.
State Farm is there.
Introducing the totally redesigned Honda Shadow. On the one hand, it could be the most radically styled custom ever made. On the other hand, looks aren't everything. The new Shadow from Honda.
Forget the rumors. Find out the truth on the season finale of Falcon Crest. Coming to you one night earlier, this Thursday at 10, 9 Central and Mountain.
Here's our playoff schedule on CBS Friday night. If there's a Game 6, we'll be at the Summit in Houston at 11:30 Eastern, the Pacific at 10:30 Central for Game 6. If there is a Game 7, we'll be back here at Inglewood on Monday at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. If the series is over by Friday, we will be at Boston Garden for Game 1 of the NBA Finals starting at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. Worthy and Abdul-Jabbar each with 9 points to lead the Lakers. Lewis Lloyd has 6. Top man for Houston. Reed blocks the pass by Scott, takes it out of his hand. He's 6'8" to Scott 6'4", and Reed goes up with a shot. Inside, Reed is fouled by Lucas on a loose ball foul. James Worthy, of course, has had that strained neck. It didn't affect him apparently, and now we go away and some problems on the court between Peterson and Lucas right there.
Well, Peterson a banger, Lucas a banger, but getting back to James Worthy with that heating pad, he played 48 minutes in the last game just so that his neck wouldn't tighten up if he sat out. Now this guy right here, Jim Peterson, is a must player if Olajuwon is on the bench. He's got to provide the muscle for the Rockets underneath the basket.
And he did exactly that in Sunday's Game 4, Tommy. And keep in mind, he did a good job defensively on Kareem. And he says, well, I have to guard Hakeem Olajuwon in practice, so I pretty much am ready against some of the best centers.
He knows how to get banged and how to react after playing against Olajuwon.
2 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first period. 26-19. Houston scored 7 straight points. Ball is kicked away off of Scott, and it's Rockets ball, and they're on a roll now.
The Lakers trying to isolate Kareem on Peterson.
7-point lead for the Lakers. They had a 14-point bulge. Reed working against Michael Cooper. Magic Johnson will come back into the game in the next break. Sampson and Lucas isolated. Sampson at 7-4, and Lucas knocks it away into the hands of Cooper. Lakers front court shooting 9 of 11 so far. Worthy hasn't missed. On another turnover, here comes Houston. 7th turnover of the game, and Lloyd goes in, and Sampson can't convert the second opportunity. under 2 minutes to go, first period. Worthy and Peterson, and it's knocked out of bounds by Kareem. Peterson continues to battle with Kareem as Magic Johnson returns to the game and Byron Scott goes out.
Without Magic Johnson in there, Dick, their fast break does not function nearly as well. The passing, the 3-on-2 that they count on, does not work nearly as well.
Reed and Lloyd in the backcourt. Sampson, McRae, and Peterson up front. Elijah Wan's had a good rest this period. Sampson turn around inside and is fouled. So the Rockets going strong to Ralph, who seems to be a lot more aggressive when he is moved over to center.
Well, he's playing against the power forward. Right now, Lucas is guarding him, trying to muscle him a little bit and give Kareem a little bit of a rest guarding Peterson.
But generally, it seems that he goes to the hoop a lot more.
Yes, he does, because when Akeem isn't in there, he's the only big guy left, and they will try and take advantage of him, particularly in this situation.
Lucas with his second foul, and Sampson trying for his 6th point. He's got it, and it's 26-21. 9 in a row run off by the Rockets, who are down by 14.
Well, they've taken the best shot that the Lakers can throw at them, and they're coming back again.
Lucas putting it up outside and hits. The Lakers had not scored in 3 minutes before Maurice Lucas hit the jump shot, and it's 28-21 L.A. Sampson inside scores again, and Ralph Sampson has 8 points here in the first period.
Now, Lucas is not fighting him hard enough for the position.
Lewis, Lloyd, great give and go, pick and roll, and Cooper. Pick and roll, and Michael Cooper from Magic Johnson, who steals the ball. Crowd is going wild, and Magic Johnson all the way on a solo effort, and Bill Fitch says, come on, let's think out there.
Magic just picks it off, and I'll tell you, there's a man taking it as strong to the hoop as you can, split the defenders, and he is putting emotion back into this Laker team.
Reed with his second personal foul. Magic with a 3-point play, and again a 10-point lead for the Lakers with 48 seconds to go. First period, Magic Johnson has 5 points and 7 assists at his 3rd triple-double of the playoffs Sunday. Illegal defense against the Lakers. That's the first charge. Second one will be a technical. And there's Mitch Kupchak, who's come into the ball game. Kupchak played 15 minutes Sunday, and he said, my timing was a little covered with rust. Hadn't played in a while.
Couldn't catch the ball the first 2 times it came to him.
Hadn't played in 8 games. Should be better off this time.
But he's going to bang Sampson for that position.
Reed looking for Sampson, and it's taken away by Cooper. 25 seconds to go in the period, 19 on the clock, shot clock.
And that is another thing the Lakers have done better in this ball game. Get on the passer and playing better defense on the ball handler.
10 on the clock, 2-second differential, Magic Johnson weaving. Oh! Cooper and Magic get it back. 2 seconds to go. Cooper's shot. No good. No good. It was after the buzzer, although it was awfully close, Tom Heinsohn, and that's the end of the first period.
Here it is. Magic is forced to take a difficult shot with Sampson there. It goes out to Cooper, and there it is. Too late.
That's the end of the first period with the score, the Lakers 35 and the Rockets 23. And we'll return to the Forum in Inglewood after this message and a word from your local station. We begin the second period here at the Forum. Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn and Pat O'Brien will join us at the half. This is the enthusiasm of the Laker bench when they had that flurry toward the end of the period. And it's been a Laker game so far. And Tommy Heinsohn, how are they doing on the fast break?
Well, they are certainly pushing the ball at them, but of course you can't start the fast break unless you get the defensive rebounds. That has been their primary problem until tonight.
Alan Level has come into the ball game for the Houston Rockets, who will also bring back Hakeem Olajuwon starting the second period. And Olajuwon gets his first points of the ball game, and the Rockets trailing by 10 right now, 35-25. Magic Johnson coming back. Level gets the rebound. Alan Level only played 6 minutes the last 2 games. He must play in control, and if he does, he could add a lot of spark to the Rockets.
Well, I think the Rockets have only played what I'd say 7.5 men. Level has not played just but for somebody to get a rest.
6 on the shot clock. Lloyd outside. They get to Sampson. Sampson with a good pass to McRae, who's fouled. Good play by Sampson there as McRae came over the weak side.
We're going to see how difficult it is to guard Olajuwon. And here's Kupchak trying to deny the ball. He gets caught. The mobility of Kupchak can be taken advantage of by a quicker player like Olajuwon.
Here's Rodney McRae. No surprise, he's a good ball handler. He learned it even before he went to college, and that was something that Denny Crum emphasized. At 6'8", he has had precious few turnovers in this series, and that's been one of the pluses for the Rockets.
That's one of the reasons why the Lakers took the press defense off, because he's been able to bring the ball up the court anytime he wants.
Here's the way they shot in the first period. Houston was down, the Lakers way up. McRae with the free throws. 5 points and 5 assists already for Rodney, who's also done a fine defensive job throughout the series. Worthy has Sampson. Ball knocked away by Ralph, and here comes McRae. 4-on-2 for Houston. Level pulls up. Here comes Cooper. The Lakers coming back. Worthy. Cooper. Players are on the floor, and Michael Cooper with a terrific follow-up, and the Lakers lead by 10 once more.
I'll tell you, Kupchak got a hand on that rebound to start that break for the Lakers. Great rebounding by Kupchak.
Level. Lloyd. And we're going to see an appearance of a guy who hasn't played in a long time for the Lakers in a moment. Olajuwon turnaround. Rebound is by Lucas. Lakers running a shutout and fast break points. Kupchak going inside. And the counter-basket goaltending called against Houston, and Mitch Kupchak gets the points.
Kupchak may have been rusty, but he's got his game together tonight.
He knows what it's like to play on a championship and knows what it's like to come back from a 3-1 deficit, as he did with the Bullets. 2 minutes gone by, second period. They go to Sampson. Double with Magic and Lucas. Sampson, great move inside, great quickness.
Boy, he just spun out of that double beautifully.
He has 10 points, and he is the game's high scorer at this time.
The Lakers are getting a lot more effective double teams in this game than they did in the prior games.
10-point lead. Here's Lucas popping out again. McRae, the rebound. And here's Alan Level. Lead pass to Olajuwon. Soft move by Akeem, who is a soccer goalie and has the great hand and foot movement and speed that has helped him so much in basketball.
Yeah, and the speed to get up on the fast break to where he's one of the first 3 up. That's tough.
Level knocked it away and is on the lead to the pass from Olajuwon, and it's tipped and missed. Rockets with a chance, and Level fouls Cooper. Level made a smart play. He knocked the ball away and anticipated the pass, but the Rockets just couldn't score. We have a timeout with 9:11 remaining in the second period.
Chrysler LeBaron GTS challenges BMW 528e and Mercedes 190e to a test of performance. Overall, America's GTS dominates the legendary Germans and is under $12,000. LeBaron GTS. We built an American hero.
Only Chrysler Plymouth gives you real American values with $500 or $1,000.
You don't give your word, then go back on the deal. You don't shake a man's hand, let that's how you feel. The best way to show you mean what you say is man to man, the American way. Miller's made the American way. Born and brewed in the USA.
Miller contains no additives or preservatives. Purity you can see, quality you can taste.
Miller's made the American way.
You're going to see how important Akeem Olajuwon is for this Rocket team, and one of the great attributes he has is speed up the court. You saw him circled, but he is quickly to the fast break, as is Ralph Sampson coming down right behind him. That's the big advantage for this team. Olajuwon getting up on the front end of the break and even Sampson sometimes. No team has two guys that can run like that.
Well, making his first appearance is Mike McGee, who has not played in the last 8 games for the Lakers. Kind of a forgotten man. He started 12 games for Byron Scott in mid-year, and he's a pretty good defensive hound for the Lakers.
Well, this is the quick unit that Magic said he liked to play with. Get out there on that fast break, keep it going. McGee is the type of guy that'll help on the boards and hit the outside shot to boot.
3 guards plus Lucas and Kupchak. Good at setting picks is Mitch. Magic gets Sampson to go in the air, goes up, and is fouled. And Mitch Kupchak hitting the deck. He had arthroscopic surgery on the left knee, which had been the troublesome knee many years ago. And the foul is on Akeem. It'll be the first foul on Olajuwon.
They're going to see Magic now give a little uptake to Ralph Sampson. And now they're all in the paint, and there's Olajuwon shadowing the play, ready for the block, and kind of bangs Magic on the way down. But Olajuwon right now is a little bit confused defensively. The Lakers are swinging the ball from one side to the other.
Into the ballgame for the Rockets is Mitchell Wiggins, who's been their most accurate shooter at 58%, but his real value, as Lloyd goes out, has been as a defensive performer. And with the quick Laker team out there, Wiggins is the right man for Bill Fitch.
And he can rebound and shoot from outside when he's got the hot hand going. You can't turn him off.
Level is guarded by McGee. They go into Olajuwon. Here's Akeem, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line. So quick in the air, jumping around. How can you not foul him, Tommy?
I tell you, when his quickness, they had a double team on him. A third guy, they're running at him to try and get him if he comes to the middle, and he still gets the shot off.
Mitch Kupchak committing his second foul, and here is Olajuwon. Some people say he's 6'11". Others say 6'10". Still others say he's 6'9", and I say, what difference does it make the way he plays?
I'm with you, pal. He's just playing out of sight in this series.
1 out of 2 on the free throws, and with 8.5 minutes to go in the first half, the Lakers are leading by 9. They had a 14-point lead in the first period.
And Wiggins trying to slow up Magic Johnson's advance to the ball.
He did it there, knocked the ball away into the hands, though, of the Lakers. Kupchak. Wiggins did his job, but the Lakers hustled.
Mike McGee made a beautiful pass to Kupchak, who had to go down below the knees to pick up the pass and score the hoop.
And the Laker foul as Kareem comes back in the game.
Here comes old Mike, and he's ready to do anything. Look at this little pass down there. Beautiful underneath Sampson to Kupchak. So Mike McGee, he's passing too.
Kupchak commits his third foul, stays in the game, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is in there now. Lucas goes out. Here's Sampson with a jump hook. So Kareem, who went out with a minute to go in the first period and the Lakers up by 10, comes back in with the Lakers leading by 9. Kupchak has done his job. And so is Lucas for that matter. Kareem, sky hook over Ralph. Wiggins tries to save it, but it went out of bounds first off the Lakers. And now Peter Gudmundsson, the Reykjavik rouster from Iceland, comes into the ball game. Kupchak goes out. Kupchak played well.
He certainly did. Very physical with Olajuwon and had his hands together and his shot going.
And he goes out with 3 personal fouls. There's our story. We'll be back.
Legends of the NBA, the best come through. Sponsored by Schick. Game 7 of the 1970 finals, and Walt Frazier is a one-man show. The Knicks guard scores 36 points and dishes out 19 assists. But his greatest plays are on defense, where Frazier's ball-hawking skills clinch the decisive 7th game.
Garrett loses for Frazier. He's ahead of the field. He's down the lane. Scoop and hit.
The beard is back. The beard is back. It's back again. I need to get. You better get. Gotta get shit.
When the beard is back, Schick Disposable is always ready for close, clean shaves. Shave after shave.
I need to get. You better get. Gotta get Schick.
Lakers are leading by 9 with 7:36 to go in the first half. And Tommy, I guess when you're down 3-1 and you have to win 3 games, I guess you react kind of differently depending on who you are as a player. Now, Magic Johnson, who normally loves to have the balloons sent to his dressing room before the game, reacted in a kind of unusual way, didn't he?
Well, he got upset and so moody that when his mother showed up, he made her go to a hotel so he wouldn't have to talk to anybody. That's really getting ready for the game.
Yeah, Magic's not that kind of guy normally, is he, huh?
Mom, you can't stay here because I want to be alone.
He's the Greta Garbo, maybe, of the Lakers. 9 points, 7 assists, and 2 rebounds for Magic Johnson, who really has had to do everything for this team. And the triple-doubles haven't come that often during the regular year, and he's matched them in the playoffs because the rebounding has been so important.
Well, when he became their leading rebounder in the series, the Lakers were in trouble. It meant that they were not getting enough from their power forward or from Kareem. So they reversed that here in this first half. And Magic is back to the old guy running the fast break.
Talk about running the fast break. Here's a guy, Norm Nixon, who's now with the Los Angeles Clippers, who ran the fast break a lot when Magic Johnson, when the Lakers were dominating the early 80s.
Level in the ball game now, Dick, means that Bill Fitch, keeping him in there, will try for a little bit more penetration by Level.
Level hitting the outside shot right there. He and Reed, by the way, were the only 2 Rockets who played in that 81 NBA championship series against Boston. And now it's a 7-point game. So the Rockets chipping away at the Lakers. Kareem, guarded by Sampson. McGee saves it. 6 on the clock. Gutmanson on the other end. And almost gets the basket as well.
Goodmanson on the weak side. When they start leaving him left side, you'll see Olajuwon to the left of your screen leave to go to Kareem. That frees up Peter Goodmanson all by himself. Magic keeping Olajuwon off, and Hakeem has to end up fouling him, but that's what they're doing better in this game. That weak side rebounder, the guy that Olajuwon was guarding, is getting the boards today.
2 fouls for Olajuwon, 2 for Sampson. Both of them are in there for the Rockets. We don't always have the twin giants in there at the same time. Sampson setting a screen for Level, finds Kareem in his face. Goes out to Ralph, bringing Kareem out on top. Looking for Olajuwon. Wiggins fires wildly, and Kareem has it. So the streak shooter Wiggins, not even close. Magic wheeling and dealing. 11 points for Magic Johnson. He's the leading scorer now for the Lakers.
That was a 3-on-3, Dick, that Magic made pay off for the Lakers.
They're leading by 10. Goodmanson is trying to body Olajuwon, who goes up and draws the foul. They've tried 5 different players on Hakeem in this series. But here's Magic.
There's 3 guys back with red jerseys. Look at Goodmanson come up the court. There's nobody to pass to, but Magic says, I'm going to put a move on you, Mr. Level, and he did.
Meanwhile, Goodmanson committing the foul, and here is Olajuwon. Realize that Kareem had already won 5 Most Valuable Player awards before Olajuwon ever saw a basket in the net. This is the first time also that we have seen Kareem and Peter Goodmanson playing together in the lineup. Offensive foul against Abdul-Jabbar. That's his first personal foul, and now the Rockets, who are down by 8 points, nearly halfway through the second period, and a chance to cut it to 6. Houston hanging in there, Tom, despite the fact the Lakers have improved their play tremendously here. Olajuwon goes in, and it's a 6-point game.
I'd say that the Lakers have played about as well as they can play, and here the Rockets hanging around.
Worthy getting set to come in the ball game again. Magic Johnson, a big one. 13 for Urban Johnson, who's averaged nearly 22 a game in the series. 5.5 to go in the period. Olajuwon is fouled again. It's like a broken record. And Magic has picked up his 3rd personal foul. 3 on Johnson.
Well, that is not a good sign, of course, for the Lakers because they don't run that fast break nearly as well if Magic isn't going full speed and with abandon.
Worthy comes in for Goodmanson. Now Pat Riley says to Goodmanson, you stay in there. We're going to bring out Magic, who goes out with 3 fouls. So Magic is out, Worthy is in, and Goodmanson still teaming up with Kareem in a big lineup for the Lakers.
Lots of size, and Goodmanson up the other end of the court is also a good low post player. Should Olajuwon play him, he might be able to get an extra foul on Olajuwon.
48-42, the Lakers by 6. Wiggins is trying to shadow Cooper, and Goodmanson getting in his way. Here's Kareem, traveling. Another turnover. Kareem yelling at Earl Strom on that violation, and we have 5:18 to go, and the Rockets sticking with the Lakers here. Houston, a 3-3 road team in the playoffs. Robert Reed fires and hits, and it's now 48-44, the closest the Rockets have come since it was 12-8 early in the game. And we'll have a Houston foul on Wiggins, a bit overzealous in the backcourt.
Well, they're hitting those outside shots, too. The Rockets may change up the Laker defense a little bit. They'll have to go out and challenge those outside shooters.
Under 5 minutes to go in the first half. 4-point lead for the Lakers. They were up by 14 in the first period. And another steal. Wiggins leaves it for Level. Level feeding Sampson. Sampson wheels in, and Wiggins makes it count on another offensive rebound for Wiggins. And Tommy, Wiggins has more offensive rebounds in this series than Kareem, Lucas, or Rambis, and that's an amazing story.
You're going to see a 4-on-3 situation here. The speed of the two big guys paying off. Sampson doesn't make the shot, but Wiggins, with that good leaping ability, gets the 2.
And a timeout, 48-46. The Rockets have come within 2, and of course we're edging closer to the 1986 NBA Finals that begin next week in Boston Garden. The Celtics have lost only 1 playoff game, that to the Atlanta Hawks. They've had their way with the likes of the Chicago Bulls, the Atlanta Hawks, and the Milwaukee Bucks, and they will face the survivor of this series. And everyone thought it would be an automatic LA-Boston series, and of course LA still could get in there, but Houston is playing awfully well. And in a star-studded audience, Henry Winkler, one of the celebrity observers in this game, and of course Michael Douglas and Jack Nicholson, who makes the road trips with the Lakers, and a couple of tennis players, Vitas Gerulaitis and John McEnroe, who's on your left.
Your kind of guys. You go ever after the game and get a tip, will you?
Kurt Rambis has come in the ball game, replacing Goodmanson. The Lakers have turned it over 5 times. Houston has protected the ball well. The 14-point lead has been shaved to 2 here in the second period.
But it's up to Cooper to run this team with Magic on the bench to make sure they get the good shot.
Kareem feeding Rambis, who goes in. Kurt Rambis, who hasn't scored much in this series, gets his first points of the game. 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the first half. Sampson setting a screen for Allen Level. Sampson loses it on the offensive attempt to Rambis. Worthy playing with that strained neck. Kareem on the skyhook. Kareem's first points of the second period. He has 11 in the game. 6-point lead. Lakers have scored the last 4. Alley-oop, Wiggins to Sampson. It wasn't the greatest of passes, but Ralph made up for it, Tommy.
I'll tell you, you can't hardly miss the pick and roll when you can throw a pass up that high.
Sampson has 14 to lead the Rockets. Olajuwon, 11, all of them here in the second period. Scott inside. And they'll call the foul on Mitchell Wiggins. He bumped him, Scott, with his body, and Byron Scott will go to the line.
Right now, the Lakers are trying to gather themselves up, but this guy here, I think, has to get at least 20 shots during the course of this game to really effectively help this ball club, and it looks to me like they've keyed on him getting more involved in the offense here.
You know, Tommy, the Lakers started out like a house of fire, and you think a lot of that was emotion and Maybe they came back to earth a little bit.
Oh, they knew they had to get their fast break game going. They rely on that historically to try and put the pressure on the other team. I think Houston psychologically has been ready for that. Take their best shot and then peck away and get back into the ball game.
Rebounding story, the Lakers have a 2-1 edge. They have been out-rebounded in every game so far in this series till now. 3 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the half. Olajuwon knocked away. Cooper to Worthy. When you get Worthy in the open court like that, just stay away from him.
He tomahawks that ball in there. There's no way to stop him if he can get it on the outlet and up the court against the little guard.
Rockets had cut it to 2, and the Lakers now on an 8-2 run, leading by 8 with under 3 minutes to go in the half. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Reed, long range, hits it. He's been doing that throughout the playoff here.
Big basket by Reed. A couple more outside shots like that. He's going to have Pat Rile talking about it at halftime.
Kareem working in against Sampson. Cooper goes for 3. Three-point shot by Cooper. He still has a higher three-point field goal percentage than two-point field goal percentage in the playoffs.
All the weak side players of the Lakers contributing beautifully here.
Olajuwon inside. A 3-second violation called against Houston. Turns it over to the Lakers. And a timeout called by Bill Fitz, who doesn't like that call. His team's trailing by 9.
At Midas, we've always been proud of the job we do. A lot of our new customers are referred to us by our old ones.
Howdy, boys.
Welcome back, Mr. Creedy. You see, good service, good prices. The word gets around. Like our fantastic anniversary sale. We're giving you 25% off every Midas muffler. A sale like this doesn't come along every day.
Take it to Midas.
I love a sale.
Take it to someone you trust.
I get involved with a lot of projects at this station, and it's never, ever dull. A day's work really takes a lot out of you. So I make the time for a Milky Way. Sit back, think about sailing.
You get the goodness of a quarter cup of milk in every bar. There's milk, natural cane and corn sugars, and thick, thick chocolate in a Milky Way bar.
I really count on Milky Way.
A Milky Way day helps you work, rest, and play.
Where I come from, folks stand proud and tall. You know they're always sincere. It's where your word is your word. A friend's a friend, and Miller's a beer. Miller's made the American way. Born and brewed in the USA.
Miller beer contains no additives, no preservatives.
Miller's made the American way.
Sunday, his first network special in 9 years. Neil Diamond, unequaled songwriter-performer in a dazzling hour of his greatest hits, with guests Stevie Wonder and Carol Burnett.
Well, Tommy, they tell us that a busy halftime is playing tonight. For a look, here's our colleague, Pat O'Brien. Pat?
All right, Dick, thank you. Coming up at the half, there's a lot of NBA news tonight. Is Moses Malone on the trading block? Stick around, and we'll bring you up to date on all that, the latest NBA developments. We'll take you to Boston and see how the Celtics are doing as they wait in the wings for the Rockets or the Lakers. And the rested Tom Nelson will join us to reflect, inform, and predict. He's our special guest. It's at the half goes late night from Southern California. Back to Dick.
Thank you very much, Pat. And, of course, Tommy, you think Casey's going to have an early practice because they're probably watching this game tonight. They should be able to sleep in tomorrow, the Celtics back home, huh?
Well, they took 2 days off, I understand, and there's no doubt that they're watching this game to find out who is going to be the team they're going to play. Perhaps it could be the Rockets tonight. They would know, and it would start soon. But I know they believe in the Lakers, too. The Lakers have proved to be champions against the Celtics.
Cooper, alley-oop to Kareem. Knocked away. Reed was helping out on the weak side and leveled, bringing it up with a 9-point lead with 1 minute and 42 seconds to go in the first half. The Lakers have led all the way in this game. They had a 14-point margin in the first period, cut to 2 here in the second. They've opened it up again to 9. Cooper's big three-point play helping. Here's Robert Reed. He has been red hot from outside in the series after the first game. He's been as good an outside shooter as we've seen.
I'll tell you, that is some kind of thing that you have to worry about. They're gambling off him right now a lot. They may have to change that at halftime.
There are 10 seconds on the 24-second shot clock. Scott to Worthy. Going in against the Twin Towers. One of them got a piece of it. Wiggins, defense by Scott goes up. And a foul is called against Byron Scott. Worthy went up against 2 Giants, and one of them got a piece of it.
You don't think Rambis is working hard? I'll tell you. Look at him circled, trying to make it a difficult pass into Sampson, confuse the passer. Watch him block out Sampson. Oh, stay away. I'll tell you.
2 hands.
I'll tell you. He has taken a bad rap in this series. Nobody works harder than Rambis. He's been a victim of the game plan of the coach, trying to block out Akeem and also not getting him on the offensive board.
2 free throws by Wiggins, and it's 59-54. 1 minute to go in the first half. Olajuwon gambling for the steal, getting back into the action now. They have 11 on the shot clock. Kareem working against Sampson, and Level knocks it away. Allen Level with a good play. Reed. 40 seconds to go, 17 on the shot clock. Rockets trying to cut it to 3 now. Olajuwon and Reed, 2-man game. Reed finally misses from out there, and Olajuwon almost picked it off. 19 on the 24-second clock, a differential of about 6 seconds for the Lakers. Double team. Rambis. Kareem inside. He scores over Sampson as Magic watches with 3 personals, and the Rockets will play for the last shot, down by 7.
So the Lakers have held in there pretty well with Magic on the bench.
Level against Scott. 2 seconds to go in the half. By Kareem as the first half comes to an end. So we're halfway through game number 5, and the Lakers trailing 3-1, lead by 7. Coming up, Pat O'Brien at the half.
CBS Sports coverage of the NBA playoffs is sponsored by Plymouth, a division of Chrysler Corporation. Plymouth, the pride is back, born in America again. And by Milky Way. A Milky Way a day helps you work, rest, and play.
Here at Hewlett-Packard, we believe that the best way to solve your business computing problem is to make it our problem. Because we know that whatever system we design for your company, we're going to live with it too. We never stop asking, what if?
Wait a minute. They have this incredible backlog of data requests.
You're right. What if we used the now?
Plymouth shows you why the pride is back. Plymouth Voyager, car-like handling Plymouth's 550 protection plan. Versatile Plymouth Voyager.
The pride is back. Born in America. Again.
Only Plymouth gives you real American values with 5.8 financing or $500.
Meet Cobra, the strong arm of the law. Stallone is a cop called Cobra. Rated R. Opens this week at a theater near you.
For every man who wears Brute deodorant, there's a woman who'll always be glad that he did. Because a man who wears Brute deodorant is nice to be close to. Brute. It smells like a man.
Great.
I've always been afraid of 2 things, flying and good cameras. But with this Canon T70, I'm not afraid. This push-button T70 is so easy to use, I can even get the tough shots, like backlit shots. Stop, take action shots, bang! I can even use the zoom, boom!
The Canon T70, so advanced it makes the tough shots simple.
I'm fearless now. Ooh.
Enter the Canon Photo Contest and win an adventure trip on the Salmon River. Details at Canon dealers.
Well, it's do or die for the Los Angeles Lakers. They lead at the half, 61-54. And hi again, everybody. I'm Pat O'Brien. Once again, welcome to a late evening edition of At the Half, or should I say good evening. This is the NBA Evening News, because there's a lot more going on than here at the Forum or in Boston, where we will go later. There is plenty elsewhere. And let us begin in Philadelphia, where rumors have surfaced once again that Sixers owner Harold Katz has put Moses Malone on the trading block. Now, this has been going on for some time in the city of brotherly love, and here was Malone's first reaction to this trade news.
One thing about me, I know I got the talent to play, and I got the talent to play this game. If Harold think they didn't play better without me, I guarantee you one thing. If I be traded, I bet you Philadelphia don't beat us.
Mr. Moses Malone. The Sixers, by the way, deny the rumor and point out that Malone has 2 years left on his multi-million-dollar contract. Meantime, Sixers general manager Pat Williams confirms that he has been offered a job as the president of a group wanting to set up an NBA franchise in Orlando, Florida. Williams' contract in Philadelphia expires in August. Out to Chicago now, where controversy continues tonight over Monday's firing of head coach Stan Albeck, who says straight out that he was given a raw deal. He had 2 years left on his contract, but the Bulls management was intent on making a change.
Stan is certainly a competent NBA coach. His record speaks for itself. But I just felt that there were just some philosophical, conceptual differences about how the game should be played.
I was stunned because I just felt that it was a completely unfair decision under the absolute bizarre year that we had.
If we had gone 41-41, if we had been 500 ball club, we still would have made this change.
Now rumored to replace Albeck is Doug Collins, former 76er star and current CBS analyst. You can expect that deal, by the way, to be completed within 36 hours. Now, before the week is over in San Antonio, there could be a new coach of the Spurs. Dallas assistant Bob Weiss was in today, and the other leading candidate is Denver assistant Alan Bristow. He was in earlier for an interview. Now, while we're in San Antonio, our congratulations go out to Alvin Robertson, who today was named the league's most improved player of this season. Let's now go to the Bay Area, where we're told that a change of ownership for the Golden State Warriors could happen any day, and with that, a coaching change. John Bach could be on his way out. The leading candidate to replace him is former Cleveland coach George Karl. Finally, former L.A. Clippers general manager Carl Shear is said to be ready to take the job as commissioner of the Continental Basketball Association. Let us take you now to the baseball scoreboard, and let's begin in the American League. The big story was in Yankee Stadium, where the New York Yankees blew away Oakland 10-4. And the story of this game was a youngster named Dan Pasqua, who had just been called up from the minors. And boy, did he respond. A two-run homer, 440 feet to deep right in the third inning. And now in the fifth, again, Pasqua rips a double to right, 2 more RBIs, 4 on the night, as the Yankees went on to win it 10-4. Elsewhere in the American League tonight, Baltimore 2-1 over California. It was Cal Ripken's 2-run homer that won it for the Orioles. Other scores, these are all finals. Detroit beat Seattle 6-4. The White Sox 5-4 over the Blue Jays. Kansas City was at Texas tonight. The Rangers beat the Royals 2-1, so Texas is now within a half a game of first place of California in the American League West. And the Indians beat the Milwaukee Brewers 4-2. Let's go to the National League now. The Pirates over the Astros tonight, 2-1. The Astros still lead the National League West by percentage points over the Giants, because San Francisco was beaten in the only day game today by the Mets 7-4. New York now 25-9, the best record in the major league. And a wild one tonight in Atlanta, the Braves and the Cubs. Watch now the top of the ninth. The Cubs trailing 8-5, and Jody Davis hits a 3-run homer off Mickey Mailer, but Atlanta went on to win this wild game in 13 innings, 9-8. The Braves are red hot, 6 in a row. Finally, St. Louis broke a 6-game losing streak to win tonight over the Reds. When we come back, Milwaukee coach Don Nelson will join us here, and we'll take a look at the Celtics, who are waiting in the wings, as At the Half rolls on late night from Southern California after a word from your local station.
From Andy Hardy to The Breakfast Club, from the first kiss to the last dance, all the memories, music, and mania with John Ritter, Teenage America, The Glory Years. Then Tom Cruise had one shot at finding his dream.
I got the grades, the talent. I'll get my scholarship.
Until he blew his only ticket out of town.
It's curiosity.
Now the odds are against him, but he's not giving up.
Get out of here, buddy.
Because with Hard Love, Tom Cruise is out to make all the right moves. Friday.
This is CBS.
If you're looking for a change in lifestyle, consider Vista Del Rio. Vista Del Rio combines Mother Nature, Texas Hill Country, and modern conveniences in a unique residential community with 1.5 to 10-acre home sites on beautiful Lake Travis. And right now, for a limited time only, Vista Del Rio is offering 6% interest-only term financing. 6% low down payment, no qualifying, owner financed. Vista Del Rio. More than plans and promises, reality.
Nowadays, there are a lot of yellow pages. So many that deciding which one to advertise in can seem confusing. But it's not. Because only the Southwestern Bell yellow pages is used by most everybody in town. So make sure you're advertising in the right yellow pages. Look for the Southwestern Bell yellow pages. It's the one and only.
Remember how great you felt when your car was new and beautiful? Boy, what a feeling. But how about now when your car is ugly? Better take a look at Maaco's famous half and half car and get in right now on Maaco's chain-wide half-price sale. You get a supreme paint job with new ultraviolet sunscreen coating for longer, better protection. Right, a better paint job at half the price. Here's how.
The Maaco Supreme Paint Job, regularly $329.95. Now only $165. Sale ends June 30th.
Act now.
Stephanie Williams, weeknights at 5, 6, and 10, only on Channel 7.
Well, you might imagine that tonight's game is bigger than a Hollywood opening, as the fans are hope it's not a closing. The Rockets and the Lakers, and of course, whoever wins this Western Conference Final will go on to play Boston in the 1986 NBA Finals. Boston is back home now, having had 3 days off and counting. Today was the Celtics' first day back at practice and sweeping the Milwaukee Bucks, and we were there. The Boston Garden was empty today, but after a couple of days off, the Celtics went back to work inside their practice gym. The break from basketball was appreciated and, in their minds, well-deserved.
Time you have off to take advantage of it. I played golf a little bit. I just sat laid around my house with my remote control and just really basically took it easy.
The head count, 1 Celtic missing. Scott Wedman, who broke 2 ribs on Saturday against Milwaukee.
We're just taking it easy right now, and it's sort of a, I would say after a week it'll be a day-to-day situation.
The Celtics keep saying they don't care who they play. They were 2-0 this season against both Houston and Los Angeles, but the Rockets' surprising success against the Lakers has given Boston some concern.
They're strong inside. They're going to cause us problems because, we've wore down a lot of teams inside, but they're going to have the talent and the size to go against us if that's who we play.
After an awesome performance against Milwaukee, Larry Bird finally proved he was human today. He couldn't break down the gym walls. But that didn't bother K.C. Jones. As a former player, K.C. understands that if you don't know which team to practice for, maybe you don't need much practice.
Today's practice, the purpose was to get some running in, get some sweat, get the orange juice out, or get the beer out, or whatever.
They indeed look rested. With us now is Don Nelson, who is rested and probably wishes he were waiting. You're only waiting for summer to happen, aren't you? What about this resting situation? Does that hurt or help a team, Coach?
That's going to help Boston because they practice very hard, Pat, and they make sure they don't bruise or hurt each other.
You're down on the sidelines watching this game. How do you assess this game tonight here in the Forum?
I don't think Kareem's going to let him lose tonight. I think he's fantastic, and I just think it's the Lakers' night.
Who matches up better with Boston, do you think, Houston or L.A.?
I think Houston probably, because a long, grueling series is going to hurt the Lakers.
Okay, now they're going to take you back to the season here and back to this past series with the Boston Celtics. Look at the monitor here. Now, you're kind of an excitable coach here on the sidelines trying to cheer your team on here. But now you're going to come out here this summer and join Pritikin and lose some weight and get yourself together. Tell me about that.
I'm going to try to lose 50 pounds, and what we're trying to do is get pledges around the state of Wisconsin or the country and help the farmers of Wisconsin. And if I can get about $1,000 a pound, that's $50,000 I could raise for the Wilkham family.
And folks, a lot of people don't know this, but Nelly already donated his playoff sharing to the Wilkham family in Wausau, Wisconsin. So you're going to lose 50. Why not 100?
I'd waste away to nothing then.
You could have another Don Nelson, right? You could have an assistant coach. Nelly, thank you. Enjoy the summer, okay? Dick and Tommy are getting ready to go back to work now for the second half. It's do or die for the Lakers. I'm Pat O'Brien. Thank you for joining us at the half. Enjoy the second half here on CBS.
The
Nissan announces 6.7 annual percentage rate factory-sponsored financing on any new Nissan truck. 6.7 could save you as much as $693 in interest payments on this tough new Nissan with the most power of any leading compact truck. And on this 4x4 hardbody with the biggest engine in any compact truck, 6.7 could save you as much as $1,643. 6.7 now from Nissan for a limited time.
Only you. Just because you've washed your car doesn't mean you're finished. After each wash, you need some Armor All. On the dash, the bumper, and especially the tires. After all, when you're in love, what's a few extra minutes? Armor All. It's the finishing touch every time you wash your car.
Today, millions of Americans are better off than ever before. Better off with expertise on how to manage cash, finance mortgages, and accumulate assets. Better off with the finest insurance protection for their lives, property, and businesses. They're better off under the umbrella of one of America's largest diversified financial enterprises, the Travelers. Have you looked under the Travelers umbrella lately?
Right now, your body's thirsty for more than water.
What you want to know your body like you never have before. It's Gatorade, it's thirsty. So go and give your thirsty body what it's feeling thirsty for. It's Gatorade, it's thirsty. For that deep down body thirst.
Gatorade Thirst Quencher quenches the thirst in your throat while it helps put back the potassium, fluids, and minerals your whole body's thirsty for.
It's Gatorade, it's thirsty. For that deep down body thirst.
When it comes to teamwork, fans and players have something in common. If somebody on your team is having an off night, it's time for you to take charge. We lose too many lives because some fans are not team players. They'll let a friend drive after drinking. You can help cut those road losses. If somebody in your crowd has too much to drink, tell him to pass the keys.
You drive, pal, okay?
Good move, buddy. It's the biggest assist he can make.
Right, thanks for coming over, guys.
CBS Sports coverage of the NBA playoffs is sponsored by Miller Lite. For great taste, there's only one light beer. And by IBM and its family of personal printers. For the finishing touch.
Let's take a look at some of the important statistics so far in this game. In the shooting department, the Lakers 62%, Houston at 49, which is what they've been averaging. But the big story, the rebounds. Houston had been out-rebounding the Lakers by 10 a game. The Lakers have doubled Houston's margin. All of the numbers seem to point to the Lakers heavily, yet they only have a 7-point lead, Tom.
They have played magnificent basketball here in this first half. That rebounding, the gang rebounding tactic has paid off handsomely, and I have seen Kareem the most active I've seen him in years.
Tommy, has the pace taken anything out of the Lakers the way things have gone in the first half?
You know, coincidentally, Kareem was on the bench for 5 minutes. Plenty of rest for him in the first half, and that third personal on Magic allowed him to sit down. Cooper covered up nicely while Magic was on the bench. So the pace ought to be able to be continued by the Lakers if they can get the rebound.
All right, Elijah one, Sampson, Lloyd. And in the backcourt, McRae, who brings the ball up along with Reed, who has it right now. 7-point lead. Coaches had their say. Now it's the players who have their say. Sampson, long-range shot. Kareem knocked away. It'll be Laker ball. As far as the fast breaks go, also heavily favoring the Lakers.
Well, they really get it up and know how to execute the fast break better than the Rockets do right now at this stage of their development.
Kareem. Interesting what Don Nelson said. He said, I don't think Kareem is going to let the Lakers lose tonight. I remember game 2 of the championship series against Boston last year.
He has a heart of a champion. There's no question about that.
Question is, physically, can you do it against the tough inside game of Houston with people like Sampson, who now has 16 points and is the high scorer in the ballgame? Rambis up front along with Worthy, Kareem the center, and Magic Johnson and Byron Scott in the backcourt. Here's Kareem again. Automatic half-court offense is Kareem. Comes out to Scott. Lakers still have it. Leading by 7. Abdul-Jabbar. Not that time. And it comes out again to the Lakers, Scott, and it's a half-court game right now.
Rambis, coming from the weak side, kept the ball alive.
Scott. Lakers had a lot of chances and finally connected with Byron Scott.
In this game, Dick, Pat Riley has given Bill Fitch more players to worry about scoring.
McRae. Floyd double team for the moment and scored.
The other game, Dick, the Laker offense was two-dimensional. Worthy and Kareem.
Half court, they still seem to be going to Kareem, though, exclusively.
Yeah, but they're moving it around.
And a foul against the Rockets. The Lakers have lost 3 in a row, by the way. They won the opening game of this series, and their 3 straight defeats matches their longest losing streak of the year. And the last time they lost 4 in a row in the playoffs was when they were swept by the 76ers in the '83 championship.
This man is crazy.
Vivacious.
He'll tell you exactly what he feels.
I want that item. Not need. I want that item.
This is Hamner Williams teaching business at Hampton University as part of IBM's faculty loan program. He joined the faculty for a year while IBM continued to pay his salary.
He really makes you look at things the way they're going to be.
There's no snow jobs with Ham. Either you know the answer or you don't.
Hamner Williams is one of over 600 IBM employees who have participated in the faculty loan program since 1971.
So it's not just book knowledge that we're learning, but practical experience from a person who's been in business for some time.
I've taken so much being in the business community, and I wanted a place to turn around and give back to someone else. I love teaching, and I love asking the tough questions, and then watching the light going in their eyes. Let me tell you, that's what being here is all about.
Experience an incredible advance in Gillette shaving smoothness. Atra Plus. The Plus is the white Luber Smooth strip that releases lubricants as you shave. You never felt anything smoother. Atra Plus by Gillette. The essence of shaving.
Not many have mastered the art of painting with a roller. Luckily, there's the Wagner Power Roller. It pumps paint right from can to wall. Wagner does a better job.
You missed a spot.
Nissan shapes the hard bodies.
Loonies on trucks, they're built tougher. Loonies on trucks, they work harder. Loonies on trucks, they look harder.
Get the biggest cargo box and most powerful engine of all the leading standard compact trucks, and get them both in Nissan's lowest sticker price truck.
Fuel injected hard bodies. You need a hard body.
Hurry, get 6.7 factory-sponsored truck financing on any new Nissan truck.
The Lakers are leading by 7, trailing in the series 3-1, and these are the 4 teams who have come back from that deficit. Of course, Bill Fitch was the coach of the Celtics in '81 when they trailed the Sixers 3-1, and they came back and won. And of course, another man on the floor, Mitch Kupchak, was with the Washington Bullets when they trailed San Antonio 3-1 and also came back and won. In fact, the Laker general manager Jerry West played on a 1970 Laker team that was down 3-1 to Phoenix and also came back and won that series.
Well, it's not impossible, but it's extremely difficult. And this is a guy who's shooting the free throws who will have to lead them, particularly defensively and on the boards. He's done an outstanding job tonight.
Lewis Lloyd with his second foul, and Kareem makes 1 out of 2. 8-point Laker lead. A little more than 2 minutes gone by, third period. Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn here at the Foreman Inglewood. Game 5 of the Western Conference Final. Elijah Wan, ball away. McRae knocks it away. Kareem control. Here comes the Lakers. 3-on-3. Magic to Rambis. And goaltending is called against Houston, and credit the basket to Kurt Rambis. It's against Elijah Wan.
I think the Lakers got lucky that time. They tried to run 3 guys against 5. That's how quickly the Rockets got back.
Lloyd, high arcing shot. And Elijah Wan battling Kareem for the loose ball, and the veteran has it. 7 rebounds for Kareem. Here's Worthy. Reed into the hands of Olajuwon. Kareem doing the job off the boards in this game as they needed it. Alley-oop pass was too far for Sampson, and here's Magic churning it up to Rambis. 20-second timeout called by Bill Fitch. The Lakers led by 14. It was cut to 2. It's up to 12.
You got to hustle, but look at Magic on the steal. Push it at the defense. Only 2 defenders getting back. Now 3. But by that time, Rambis, even though he's a slow guy, has a good angle on the hoop.
Big advantage and fast break today for the Lakers. And Magic Johnson, again, doing yeoman work in every phase of the game, has scored 13 points, and he has 11 assists. Does Earvin Magic Johnson. And this guy ain't doing too bad either. 70-58, Lakers. They want to send it to a 6th game Friday night in Houston. Olajuwon is fouled from behind. And Magic has picked up his 4th personal foul, 4 on Magic. And Olajuwon will shoot a pair.
You know, Kareem is playing Olajuwon very effectively. He hasn't seen that many big people against him in a low post, and he's fading away.
But more important, with 4 personal fouls on the man who's made the Lakers go tonight, Magic Johnson, Michael Cooper has to come in the ball game. So the first effect of foul trouble, not with any of the big men, Tommy, but with Magic Johnson.
Well, here's the real test now. Can the Lakers operate their fast break effectively with this guy rather than Magic Johnson?
Olajuwon has 11 points. He is 5 of 9 from the free throw line. And he's 50% tonight. Still 12-point Laker lead. Loose ball. Knocked away by Worthy into Cooper's hands. To Kareem. This match is the biggest lead of the game for the Lakers. 14 points. Hakeem comes back with 2 hard points in there. And it's 72-60. Worthy, express train. Wide open is Scott. And it's Worthy on a loose ball foul.
That was a good pass off that time by Worthy. Look at him come up. Worthy makes the steal beautifully. And then it produces an easy hoop up the other end by Kareem.
But that was a kind of a play that Byron Scott during the year might have hit the shot to keep it going for the Lakers.
Yep. But they're looking for him, and he's getting his shots in this game.
Under 8 minutes to go in the 3rd period. And it's Hakeem who had to wait that extra split second in the air and came back with his 15th point of the game. 10-point lead again by the Lakers, who can't seem to shake the Rockets. Worthy here. 13 points for James Worthy.
As a guy that's taken an extra step up the plateau, Worthy.
Olajuwon again, and winds up on his back. And Hakeem Olajuwon, with 6 straight points, has 17. And a technical foul has been called against Hakeem Olajuwon. Tommy, in Game 6, the deciding game against Denver, Hakeem grabbed Jack Madden, the referee's shirt, and was ejected for the game. I think he has to watch his temper a bit.
Don't get too mad, Hakeem. Just get even. Keep scoring some hoops down there. He's claiming that he's getting pushed, but really what's happening, Dick, there he comes pointing at the referee from halfway up the court. You got to have good ears to hear that one.
I think he got close to one of those officials once. Kareem against Sampson. Tries to pass it inside, and a foul. It was not a shooting foul. Yet the Rockets are in the penalty, and Kareem will go to the line and shoot 2 shots. Houston shooting better by far in this 3rd period. The Lakers have come down just a little bit.
Well, they're getting Olajuwon more involved, and they're getting him in better position. That is the one area that Kareem may have difficulty muscling him out at the later stages of the game.
On the bench with 4 fouls is Magic Johnson. Kareem now with 20 points. Keep in mind, in the regular season, he owned the Rockets, averaging 33 points a game and 64% from the field. He's done well in this series, but nothing like the regular year. Nearly 5 minutes gone by here in the third period. Scott doubling on Olajuwon. Puts the ball down. Here come the Lakers with Cooper. 3-on-2. Cooper. McRae the rebound, and we'll have a loose ball foul against the Lakers, and it'll be 3 now on Kurt Rambis. And good hustle by Rodney McRae as the Lakers call timeout. They're leading by 13. They've led all the way in this game 5.
When we barbecue, we do it right. Axel does the cooking, and I'm in charge of the beer. And you better believe it's Miller Lite, because the guys who brew it do it right, too. And you can taste it. They use only the best ingredients, and they take their time brewing it. Well, I hear they do over 100 different checks before it's good enough to be called Miller Lite.
This is very disappointing.
When it comes to quality, there's only one light beer, Miller Lite.
You want to order pizza?
The parents of these kids have very different jobs, but when Dean Witter helps manage their investments, they're all treated the same. Special.
Everybody is somebody at Dean Witter.
A member of the Sears Financial Network.
On March 17th, a tornado destroyed the Camerlanders' home. By June 23rd, it was completely rebuilt, thanks to Allstate.
Leave it to the good hands, people.
And I guess that really proves you're in good hands with Allstate.
A member of the Sears Financial Network.
Presenting the Four-Trax 200SX from Honda. It's so much fun. Some people can't wait to ride one. The Four-Trax 200SX from Honda. More fun than you've ever dreamed of.
Something very sinister is going on here.
Sunday, is it murder or madness?
Maybe I did do it. And I think she needs help.
Ann Blythe and Angela Lansbury on Murder, She Wrote.
Here's a guy who's made a comeback tonight, Tommy.
Kurt Rambis has really got freed by Pat Riley's game plan to do what he does best. Watch him here now, blocking out, and then have the presence of mind to get that fast break started with a tip pass. Now the guy under the gun with Magic on the bench is Michael Cooper. He's trying to split the defense. It looks like he's got a clear shot to the hoop, but he got angled off just enough to make it a tough basket.
And Tommy, the Lakers are working awfully hard, which tells us something about the Houston Rockets, doesn't it?
That shows right now that the Rockets have arrived. I mean, I've never seen Kareem this active in years. I mean, he's offensive rebounding, on his toes, going for every loose ball. That's the type of effort it's going to take from Kareem to beat this Rocket team.
And the rebounding advantage continues in the Lakers' favor with 6:40 to go in the third period. Lewis Lloyd going to the hoop and scores. Lloyd started out early, now is in double figures. And 4 of the 5 Rocket starters are in double figures. Michael Cooper hits the jump shot from outside, and it's 79-66. 13-point lead for the Lakers. Biggest margin was 14.
Well, if they can hold a substantial lead while Magic is on the bench, the Lakers could finish this ball game with a win.
Two-man game, Lloyd and Akeem. Basket's out. Here's a guy who's aroused, if Kareem was and is throughout this game. I think number 34 is now.
Well, that's the toughest part for Kareem, is allowing him to get that position. You see him fighting. Now he has the ball. He gets double-teamed, and Kareem going after him ends up with the foul.
And a three-point play for Olajuwon, who has 20. So Kareem and Akeem both have 20, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has 2 personal fouls. Under 6 minutes to go, more than halfway through this third period. 10-point lead for the Lakers. Scott is open in the corner. Big basket for Byron Scott. He came around the baseline and got free, and Byron Scott has 11.
They're determined to really get him a lot of shots tonight. They're running his plays.
Lloyd off the pick. Scott gets the rebound, holds on and pushes it up to Cooper. Olajuwon knocks it away. It was intended for the trail of Kareem.
Well, as where Cooper decisions, not like magic.
Alley-oop to Rodney McRae. What I like about the Rockets is that the Lakers can run all they want. The Rockets come right back.
Got those young legs, the Rockets.
Young and hungry team on the Rockets. 51 wins and their second division title in their history. Double team on Kareem and Worthy. The open man hits the jumper as the Laker bench cheers on.
Smart reading that time of the defense by Kareem.
Under 5 minutes to go in the third. Cooper is guarding Reed, watching his eyes. They look for Sampson. Rambis defending him well, denying. Other side to Lloyd. To Akeem, doubled with Kareem and Scott. Lloyd in the corner, hits again. Lewis Lloyd. Feast or famine for Lewis Lloyd. He had 24 or 26 points, either that or 5 or 9. 6 assists for Lloyd this period. Kareem.
Oh, he got fouled that time.
Rambis. Kareem.
I tell you, they're not giving Kareem the fouls when he's taking it to the hoop. He should have got to the line that time.
And his 8 rebounds mark his high in a single game for this series. 8 boards for Abdul-Jabbar. And Lloyd going in, and it's still Houston ball.
There's a nice roll move by Kareem, and look, he got knocked out of the play. He should have gotten a foul on it, but look at him create some room for himself. Very aggressive on the offensive board.
Olajuwon gets free, gets another chance, and will go to the line. So Akeem Olajuwon on the offensive glass. Jim Peterson comes back into the ball game for the Houston Rockets, replacing Ralph Sampson. Sampson has scored 16 points, only 2 here in the third period.
You know something, Dick? If the Lakers can continue the pace of the game with Cooper and maintain a 10-point lead or so, Magic will really be able to pace the game in the fourth quarter when perhaps Akeem and Sampson might be a little tired.
Rambis went out, and Maurice Lucas, who's fresh, comes back in the ball game. Sampson, by the way, has only 1 rebound in the game. Olajuwon gambling outside, try to steal the ball. Under 4 minutes remaining in the third period. Dick Stockton and Tommy Heinsohn here in Los Angeles. Cooper has a shot blocked by Lloyd. Loose ball. Peterson winds up with it and will have a foul against the Rockets. It'll be against Jim Peterson, number 1 on Peterson. Rockets in the penalty.
Peterson is going to be a lot more physical on Kareem than Sampson has been.
Scoreboards has the Rockets with 5 team fouls, and yet the Lakers are not shooting. And they're going to call a foul on Robert Reed, and that will be 3 on Reed. And now they say it's the 4th team foul, so the scoreboard had been wrong. They only had 2 team fouls before the last 2 infractions. Next one will put him in the penalty. 10-point lead for the Lakers. Spinning is Worthy. Loose ball. Lucas blocked inside by Olajuwon. Lucas again. And Olajuwon snares the rebound away. And a chance for the Rockets to cut it to 8 as we wind down to 3 minutes to go. Peterson gets the basket, and it's an 8-point game again.
Boy, the yellow jerseys come flying at him.
Under 3 minutes remaining in the third period. Olajuwon nearly knocked it away. He did knock it away, but he almost had a steal.
You're going to see Olajuwon now swat it away and then come back into play again. And I'll tell you, he's going to go get it. You've got to want the rebound, and that's what Olajuwon's got.
He doesn't get tired, apparently. He's as strong as when he started.
The traditional vacation in the family car. Except one thing's changed. The family car. The new Ford Taurus. One car designed to meet all your driving needs, as well as the needs of those you're driving.
Now there's an American car that has exactly what we've been looking for. For us. For us. For us. Have you driven a Ford lately?
In my line of work, your insurance isn't on a piece of paper. It's up here, and it's in your equipment. With all the technology that's built into today's cars, I just don't trust mine to anything but AC filters. An AC oil filter can help protect your gasoline engine for up to 15,000 miles. An AC air filter, up to 30,000 miles. Never wait for trouble. Protect your car with AC filters.
Now get rebates on AC filters. Call 1-800-AC-DELCO for a participating dealer.
The FDA requires that we inform you of the ingredients in every bottle of California Cooler. Okay? California Cooler. The real stuff.
Lakers are leading by 8 points, and at the conclusion of tonight's game, Tom and I will select the Miller Lite Most Valuable Player of the Game. In conjunction with the award, Miller Lite will present a check for $1,000 to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society in that player's name. Rebounding has been a key we've been watching throughout this series. The Rockets out-rebounding the Lakers, averaging 10 a game, particularly off the offensive glass. And the Lakers have turned the tide so far in this one on the offensive board. 2:50 to go, third period. Cooper. Picked up by Peterson on a switch. Goes back to Kareem. Kareem, long sky hook. And the Rockets trying to cut it to 6 now. They got it down to 2 in the second period.
But Peterson forced Kareem about 2 steps further out than he likes to take that hook shot.
And he's bringing Kareem out offensively. Olajuwon turn around, and it's a 6-point game. And Hakeem has 24 points, 13 of them here in the third period. Kareem, double team, quick passing, good passing by the Lakers. But Worthy misses, comes down in the hands of the Lakers, and we're going to have a jump ball between Olajuwon and Kareem. Abdul-Jabbar did not agree with that Earl Strom decision, and he'll have to jump the 2 centers going up. Rockets on an 8-2 run right now. And they'll do it again.
You got to throw the ball high when 2 7-footers are jumping. He didn't throw it up high enough.
Controlled by the Lakers and Lloyd. Pushing it up. Under 2 minutes to go in the third period. Lloyd goes up, and it was Worthy who got a piece of that ball. Terrific defensive play by James Worthy. And a timely one. Couldn't have asked for it at a better juncture. Down up by 6 points. And the Rockets coming on. Lucas setting a screen, knocks McCray into it. Cooper, long range for 3. Gets his own rebound for 2 and hits.
Big basket there. They really got reduced to no options that time, but Cooper made it pay.
McCray drives baseline, and a reverse layup doesn't go, but there's Olajuwon. And there's no way you want to challenge Olajuwon unless you want to risk a 3-point play.
Well, Kareem let him get away. Maybe it's starting to wear on Kareem battling Olajuwon.
Scott missing. And just red jerseys underneath. Lucas commits the foul on Olajuwon. And according to the board, it'll be the 15th foul and a penalty, and Mitch Kupchak will come into the ball game giving Kareem a rest. He should get a hand when he leaves the game with 22 points and 9 rebounds. If the Lakers win, and they're leading now by 6, we will be in Houston Friday night, 11:30 Eastern and Pacific, 10:30 Central, for Game 6 of this series. If there's a Game 7, it'll be back here at the Forum on Monday afternoon, 3 o'clock Eastern time. If the Rockets wrap it up tonight or Friday night, we will be in Boston for the first game of the NBA Finals between the survivor here and the Celtics, and that will be Monday, and he's against Houston if it's wrapped up.
Key decision right now by Pat Riley. If Kareem isn't in there, he usually likes to have Magic in.
Steal. It was Olajuwon who gets credit for it. He leads the team in that department. Here comes Lewis Lloyd going in, beating Olajuwon. Turnaround. Tough shot, and here come the Lakers. 4-on-1. Scott, Lucas. He missed the stuff shot. He had it and missed it. And Peterson goes back to McRae the other way. And McRae gets the basket and the foul. And the Rockets are breathing hard on the Lakers with 30 seconds to go in the third period.
Wow, what a fast break. I'll tell you, Lucas had to try and jam that thing, and he just slammed it too hard. And it came out so far that the Rockets were able to convert a 2-on-1 up the other end.
And a good substitution for Bill Fitch. Olajuwon, who has scored 17 points and 5 rebounds here in the third, goes out. He has 28 in the game, and Ralph Sampson comes in. So he's fresh against the likes of Mitch Kupchak now. McRae misses the chance to cut the Laker lead to 1 with 26 seconds to go in the third period. 17 on the shot clock now. The Rockets were down by 14 on 2 occasions, and they've cut the lead to 2 points twice.
I thought Magic might be in the ball game while Kareem was on the bench, but Riley unwilling to go. Chance the 5th foul on
2
Magic.
seconds to go on the shot clock, and Cooper banks it. Reed the rebound. 4 seconds to go. Takes a quick look at the shot and lets it go as the period ends. But the Rockets have come back, and they've silenced the crowd here at the Forum. And that's the end of the third period with the score. The Lakers 87, the Rockets 85. And Tom and I will return to the Forum in Inglewood, California after this word from your local station.
This is CBS.
Come on along for a trip with the world's most lovable cabin.
I'm gonna make him squeal like an eel and squirm like a worm.
They're ready to take you on a ride to where the laugh meter doesn't stop running.
How much pleasure can one man endure?
And they'll drive straight to your heart.
This is just like in body.
Or your funny bone, because Taxi's back and...
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Taxi, weeknights at 10:30 on Channel 7.
The Florida Everglades and Old Milwaukee both mean something great to these guys. The Everglades means airboating, as close as you can get to flying without leaving the ground. And Old Milwaukee means a great beer. Cold, crisp Old Milwaukee beer and smooth, golden Old Milwaukee Light.
There's nothing like the flavor of a special place in Old Milwaukee beer.
Old Milwaukee and Old Milwaukee Light.
Hey, guys, it doesn't get any better than this.
Others talk about good selection and low prices, but we've got them. The fact is, there's only one Honda dealer in Central Texas that's won the Honda Gold Dealer Award for excellence in sales, service, and parts. Woods Honda, family-owned and operated with factory-trained mechanics. See the selection of ATC 3-wheelers and the 4-tracks at Woods Honda today. It makes sense to buy from the leader, Woods Honda Fun Center in Austin.
Nelson Robinson at 5, 6, and 10 only on Channel 7 News.
America's game. It's fantastic.
We're back here, and let's take a look at the review of the game. The Lakers out to a 12-point first period lead. And the lead was cut to 7 at halftime, and then Hakeem Olajuwon scored 17 points. And this is where we are, 87-85. Houston has been running the fast break. Lakers not successful. They've had a lot of chances, very few conversions, and Magic Johnson is back in the game with 4 fouls.
And he gets the most efficient use of the fast break.
He made the pass to Worthy, who gets the basket and the foul as well. And so Houston on a 12-2 run before that basket. Keep in mind that the Lakers in the last 2 games have been roundly outscored in the second half.
You know, if Magic had been in that game, Lucas probably wouldn't have gotten that pass for the stuff. That's how good Magic runs the fast break. He decides who can make a particular shot while he's bringing it up the court. Cooper doesn't have that type of experience.
Sampson guarded by Kupchak. Worthy and Lucas also in there. Kareem on the bench. See what the Rockets can do. Trailing by 4. Lloyd hits a three-pointer. Lewis Lloyd, and if you want to keep a team in the game, Lloyd, originally with Golden State, who had a great game in Ralph Sampson's debut. Stole the show from Big Ralph that game, and we covered it. Inside to Kupchak. Fake on Sampson. And good play by Kupchak and a foul on Sampson.
Now, who said Mitch Kupchak couldn't score from inside? He just want to see it go in, but watch this good fake by Kupchak. In fact, he might fake once too many times. He allows Sampson to get back into it. But that's something that none of the Lakers were doing in prior games, putting some fakes on the Rockets' big people.
3 fouls on Sampson. None of the big people are in foul trouble, but the backcourt for the Lakers, Scott is not in there, and Magic Johnson each have 4. Peterson over Lucas. Kupchak gets the rebound. Good part of an NBA championship team with the Bullets in a comeback from a 3-1 deficit. And that's what the Lakers are trying to do. If they lose tonight, the defending champions are out of the playoffs. Magic with a long-range shot hit.
I hope his mother in the hotel saw that one.
Don't let you know what make you Mr. Wrong. Get the right spray.
I had enough of Mr. Wrong. I wanna be Mr. Right. Mr. Right.
Brill cream, a little dollop will do ya.
Dab.
Not this. New Brill Cream Mousse. A little dollop gives my hair soft, natural control all day.
Mmm.
New Brill Cream Men's Grooming Mousse.
Brill cream, a little dollop will do ya.
Guess what thousands of doctors are recommending for women who need extra calcium? Tums. Surprised? It's true. Tums isn't just a great antacid. It's also rich in calcium.
Radio Shack understands that a computer purchase is a serious personal and business decision. But what's really important is the company behind the computer. At Radio Shack, when you buy a computer, you buy a company. A company committed to technology, service, and support. We'll be here when you need us. With a telephone hotline, training, education, and excellent service. Tandy Computers, in business, for business. Tandy, clearly superior.
Douglas and Nicholson, and the guy who sits in the last row here at the Forum. Not all Laker crowds are loud crowds, Tommy, but this one is. They want to see a game Monday, a 7th game.
Buddy, he had all the strategy right on the plane ride back from Houston.
You Jersey guys go back, don't you? Sampson guarded by Lucas. Cooper is all over Lloyd. Sure, Pat Riley said, now you really got to put the clamps on this Houston team. Don't let them up again. Lakers have let them up a couple of times. 24-second clock expires. Now, what is Jess Kersey motioning? He is calling a foul against Ralph Sampson, I believe. That's number 4. for the Rockets. That's even worse than the 24-second clock expiring.
Here's where it came from at the top of your screen. There's Sampson just throwing Lucas off. And Jess Kersey caught him. Fitch very upset. Not going to make his back feel any better.
So Sampson has 4 fouls. 2 minutes gone by, and they're going to isolate now. Lucas and Kupchak bring Hakeem Olajuwon and Ralph Sampson out to the other side. Kupchak in a feed from Worthy. And it's into the hands of Lewis Lloyd with 9:48 to go. 5-point lead, 93-89 in favor of the Lakers. And Reed overthrows Olajuwon into the hands of Magic to Cooper, who's open, who hits.
That's the intelligence of Magic, getting the ball to the guy who he knows can stick it in on the break.
Reed over Magic. And again, Robert Reed breaks a run, this time by the Lakers. Robert Reed now has scored 12. Cooper. And that'll be Reed's foul. That'll be number 4 on Reed, and the fouls start to add up.
Well, needless to say, Dick, the Lakers have not successfully run their offense in the latter part of the fourth quarter. The further out they can get in front right now, the better off they're going to be.
Keep in mind, Tommy, that the Lakers scored just 18 and 16 points in the final period in the last 2 games, and already they have 9 points in the first 3 minutes of the final period tonight.
They're hanging tough while Kareem is on the bench.
There is Allen Level and Mitchell Wiggins, who will come in for Reed and Lloyd. The 2 starting guards get some breathing space now on the Rocket bench. Cooper. 7-point Laker lead. That's the lead they had at halftime, and that's the time remaining in the fourth period. Level gets a screen from Sampson. Passes it into McRae. No foul, and Lucas picks it off for the Lakers. Trying to open it up to 9 now. Cooper. 8 minutes and 40 seconds remaining, fourth period. Lakers trying to hang on. Force a 6th game. Magic misses a shot. Kupchak battling with Lucas. Magic foul. They are all over this place. Both teams diving for loose balls, looking for every edge and scrapping like this.
Now Lucas has been involved on the offensive glass rebounding. The game plan in the prior games had him way up above the 3-point circle. Now you know why Lucas can help you.
The Rockets are over the limit in fouls, and the Lakers have not yet committed a team foul with 8:31 to go in the fourth. Magic hits the free throws, and the lead is 99-90 in favor of L.A.
Kareem down the stretch will not be tired when he's shooting that sky hook.
Level to Wiggins. Air ball. But McRae is there on the follow-up. Who else but McRae, who has 11 points. And it's a 7-point game with a lot of time remaining. Magic throws it away nearly. Yes, he does. And there's Wiggins, alertly breaking down, and Mitchell Wiggins gets an easy hoop for the Rockets, and it's a 5-point ball game. Lakers 6-1 at home in the playoffs. Magic misses. Gets his own rebound in the corner. 7:40 on the clock. Worthy goes up without the ball into the hands of Olajuwon. Level, surveying things to Wiggins, who's open. He doesn't have his shooting on, but Sampson is fouled and gets the basket and has to be held away from Lucas. Olajuwon is holding Sampson away. And it's a good thing for Ralph he never made contact with Luke. He would have been out of this game. Kareem comes back in.
Here you're going to see it. And Sampson Sampson gets the rebound, and there's Lucas with the hard foul. Sampson doesn't like it at all, to say the least. And Olajuwon heads up, pushing him out, his own teammate, to make sure he doesn't get thrown out of the game.
Hakeem is the only guy that could do that to Ralph, I think.
Oh, boy, what an elbow in the face he got.
Lucas committing his fourth foul, and Sampson with a three-point play. 7 in a row run off by the Rockets, who are down by 2. And on a steal, Mitchell Wiggins going in. Misses the layup. Could have tied the game. And the Lakers pushing it back up court with Magic Johnson. Tipped away out of bounds. It'll be Laker ball. But Bill Fitch likes the Rocket hustle now. They've come back continually from 10 and 12 and 14-point leads. And now they're down to 2, Tommy, with 7:11 to go. And this game very much up in the air.
Giving that extra effort makes winners. The All-You-Can-Be, sponsored by the U.S. Army. Boston's Dennis Johnson stands out as one of the best two-way players in basketball. Johnson boasts an effective jump shot that he is unafraid to let fly at any time. But DJ is most renowned for his tenacious defense, and his hard work often results in 2 points for the Celtics. A 5-time NBA All-Star, Dennis Johnson always seizes the opportunity to be the best he can be.
In the Army, we do more before 9 a.m. than most people do all day.
Hey, First Sergeant. Good morning.
Hey, where did you learn about computers?
In the Army.
You were in the Army, too?
Qualify for the GI Bill and the Army College Fund, and you can earn over $25,000 for college.
What did you do in the Army?
Airborne.
You used to jump out of airplanes?
Pat O'Brien is with an L.A. favorite. Pat?
Thank you, Dick. Former Laker Norm Nixon, and now with the Clippers. We were just talking about the Rockets. How good are these Rockets?
I tell you, right now, they're definitely the hottest team in this series. And the one thing that I'm finding extremely interesting is that the Lakers are having a hard time putting this team away. They were up 9 points 2 minutes ago, and now the lead's back down to 2. So if they don't win, if Houston doesn't win tonight, it's going to be pretty difficult for the Lakers to beat them in Houston.
You don't think they can pull out of this hole, Norman?
Well, I tell you, this game is critical. Like you say, they can't put them away, but it's going to be tough for them to beat them in Houston. I think if the series get tied, I'd have to give the Lakers the edge at that particular time.
All right, Norman. Thank you. Norman Nixon, who's at baseline. Let's go back to Dick.
Pretty interesting analysis by Norm Nixon, and I have to agree with him, too. The Lakers are really struggling and working, and as you said, playing the first half as well as they could play, and it's a 2-point game. Even if they win, they still have to win 2 more games. Your thought?
Right now, they have arrested Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. If they are careful with the ball coming up the court, they had 2 foolish turnovers that really hurt. Here's the guy that usually delivers, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, down the stretch. They got to get the ball in his hands.
But lately, though, the Lakers have turned the ball over 2 times, and they have 5 more turnovers than the Rockets, and that has been a big thing. 11 fewer turnovers for Houston now make it 16 in the series. Magic picked up by Sampson, going all the way in. Tipped away, and Ralph has the rebound. Sometimes Ralph doesn't show tremendous zeal when he plays, but I think he's around. Olajuwon against Kupchak. Triple team. Level is wide open. This is the shot. Could have tied the game again. So the Rockets with 2 possibilities to tie came up empty both times.
I wonder why Bill Fitch now isn't coming back with Robert Reed.
Inside, Worthy. Tough layup by Worthy. And it's a 4-point game.
Terrific shot by Worthy, and Olajuwon wasn't anywhere to be seen for the block.
You mean he's human?
He's human.
Level. Goes low to Olajuwon. Troy. Kareem the rebound. Shuffles it out to Magic. To Cooper. To Worthy. Rockets getting back defensively. Winding down to halfway through this final period. And Worthy has the shot blocked by Sampson. Out of bounds. Laker ball.
That was patience that time by the Lakers, but they still didn't come up with the hoop.
Kareem, double team, knocked away by Level in a steal. I wonder if the Boston Celtics watching this game are impressed with Houston.
think they very well will be.
You know they are with the Lakers. Olajuwon from McRae, and Hakeem now with 30 points, his first basket of the fourth period.
Olajuwon reminds me of Moses Malone that year when the Sixers beat the Lakers. Gets stronger as the fourth quarter comes along.
They limited the Lakers to one basket in the last 5.5 minutes of Game 3. Only 16 points. Final period of Game 4. Kareem with the reverse layup. Big basket for the Lakers. Leading by 4 with 5 minutes and 21 seconds to go.
That play was not in the playbook.
Guess not. McRae, the level. Magic is watching him, and Kupchak and Hakeem go at it. And Lucas wrestles him down, and both benches empty. Sampson trying to get in. And Tommy, the officials are going to have a very difficult decision. Because if you're going to throw out two players and they're named Kupchak and Hakeem Olajuwon, Bill Fitch, temperatures may rise a few degrees.
Well, there's no question that Olajuwon threw a punch or two. What precipitated it, I don't know. The better part of valor is to leave both of them play, and that's normally what happens. Let's watch Kupchak at the left of your screen. They've been fighting Olajuwon the entire time, and Olajuwon took the first shot at him, and Kupchak comes back. But look at that gutsy referee, boy. Right in and took Olajuwon off his feet. Was that Earl Strum? That was the best block out of the night.
I think it was. The Rockets are being escorted, many of them back to their bench. Many of them are still at midcourt. Everyone's going to have to cool down before this game resumes. This series has exploded here in the final period of Game 5.
Oh, you got to expect something, Dick, from the Lakers. They are using right now as many big people as they can to try and wear on Olajuwon. He's got a little frustrated. They've gotten physical with him.
They have ejected Olajuwon and Kupchak. Hakeem Olajuwon has been ejected. So has Mitch Kupchak. A big blow to the Houston Rockets, and Rudy Tomjanovich saying, "Calm down." They're being escorted by the police. Olajuwon, Tommy, has scored 30 points, has 7 rebounds and 4 block shots. Kupchak 6 points and 2 rebounds, and it's the kind of ejection that can only favor the Lakers.
There's no question about that. But if Olajuwon is to continue to be great in his career, he's going to have to learn to control himself when others deliberately give him the hard foul. They're going to be very physical with him. Kareem has had to deal with this for a lot of years. So did guys like Will Chamberlain. But you're going to see Hakeem throw the first punch, slaps at Kupchak, and Kupchak comes back at him. And then it's a Donnybrook, and it's Jess Kersey. I'm telling you, he gets my award. I mean, that was a great thing he did.
And there they go. Jess Kersey and Lucas from behind. It was Olajuwon who was tossed out of Game 6 against Denver. You remember, Tommy, when he grabbed referee Jack Madden in a game in which the Rockets, who lost both Sampson and Olajuwon and several players, ended up winning in double overtime over Denver. So we'll see what happens here and who responds the most from that incident, with the Lakers leading by 4. Timeout Story. So in the game, let's just check it now. Sampson and Peterson with Wiggins, Level, and McRae.
Other great centers have had controlled their tempers. Olajuwon will have to too.
Level hits the jump shot. It's 103-101. Winding down to 5 minutes. If you just joined us, you missed the Donnybrook. Olajuwon was ejected along with Mitch Kupchak with 5:14 to go. Kareem. Lakers still have it. Open is Michael Cooper. Cooper with Rambis, the rebound. Basket counts, and no traveling called against Kurt Rambis. I thought that basket should have counted.
I did too, and I think Kareem should have got called with a foul. I mean, when he swooped in for that hook shot in the middle, I mean, they're letting anything go here.
4.5 minutes remaining in the fourth period. Rambis is out on Level, who goes by him. Peterson has a shot blocked by Worthy. Magic has the rebound. 4:20 to go. 103 to 101 Lakers. Magic all the way. And it counts.
Here you see Magic coming up hard. Spots it over. He knows that the best shot blocker isn't in there. Gets by Sampson, who doesn't even leap.
20 points, 13 rebounds, 13 assists, and 5 rebounds for Magic Johnson, who's been a war horse and a workhorse in this series. And it's a 5-point lead for the Lakers. Peterson out on top. Mitchell Wiggins goes low to Sampson. Sampson fouled by Abdul-Jabbar, and that will be the third foul on Kareem. Just under 4 minutes remaining in the fourth period. The Rockets have not led. At one time, they were down by 14, actually on 2 occasions. Houston had several chances to tie and couldn't do it.
Ralph does not like missing a shot, particularly at this stage of the game.
He has 19 points. Now make it 20. And it's 106 to 102. The Lakers have a precarious 4-point lead. They lose here, it's all over for them. And Level couldn't stay in bounds. It's still Laker ball.
Well, Level has really been doing some scrambling defense. Robert Reed is still on the bench. They're good outside shooter. They're counting on Level and Wiggins to really put the defense on.
Peterson is guarding Kareem. Level doubling. Worthy with Wiggins on him. Kareem loses the ball. McRae to Wiggins. Cooper in front of him. McRae to Sampson. And he's fouled. Tommy, I'm really impressed with the way the Rockets don't ever seem to turn the ball over when they got a break going.
They have really come up with some good things right now, but more in particular, Dick, is that scramble defense. I mean, Level and Wiggins are getting in there and really poking at the ball when Kareem. Their speed to the double team is most important for the Rockets right now.
Byron Scott will come in for Kurt Rambis. And so once again, the smaller lineup in there for the Lakers with Cooper, Scott, Johnson, along with Worthy and Kareem. Keep in mind the rebounding story, which has been all Houston in the series, shows the Lakers with a 22-rebound edge.
It's a curious stage of the game to go to your smallest lineup to try and capitalize on speed.
It's a 2-point game, 106 to 104. That's the time remaining in the fourth period. Kareem guarded by Sampson. Scott is open. He misses. Level fights and loses it to Kareem. And a new clock for the Lakers. Magic puts it up. Peterson comes out of nowhere for the rebound.
Well, they had their chances that time. Nobody just hitting the shot.
And the Rockets can tie it up. They have had several chances to do it and have not been able to. Sampson does it. And the Rockets have created the first tie since the game was all knotted up at 4-4. And it's all tied up at 106 apiece. And will return to the Forum in Inglewood, California after this message and a word from your local station.
Witness the beginning of a new legend. New Jeep Wrangler. The possibilities are endless.
This is CBS.
A celebration of creativity, skill, and imagination by Texas' most talented artisans. The Fair, Texas' official sesquicentennial state arts and crafts event. It's not just arts and crafts, though. It's music, food, clowns, storytellers, a petting zoo, craft instructions, and a whole lot more. All nonprofit, with proceeds going to the development and appreciation of Texas art and artists. Everyone is invited to come enjoy The Fair, May 24th and 25th, and May 31st and June 1st in Kerrville.
Now Exxon brings you the power to overcome knocks and pings, to end hesitation, to clean fouled fuel injectors. Introducing new Exxon Extra Premium. Its high-octane power formula with detergent additive XCL12 keeps you running smooth. Move up to new Exxon Extra with XCL12.
Bob Carson's at 5, 6, and 10 only on Channel 7 News.
CBS Sports coverage of the NBA playoffs is sponsored by Renault Jeep, official vehicles of the NBA.
Lakers have owned the boards, Tommy Heinsohn. But now with 2:52 remaining, what do you think the coaches have in mind the rest of the way?
I'll tell you, Pat Rile has gone with his quickest lineup. He's moved Worthy to power forward, and Magic Johnson probably at the other forward spot. They're going to count on some outside shooting, I think, the Lakers, or an easy basket on a fast break. Bill Fitch has got his quicker guards in there, hoping to double team Kareem quicker. It has worked so far.
The Lakers led 99-90 with 8.5 minutes to go, and since then, the Rockets have outscored the defending world champions 16-7. And this is setting a pattern that we saw the last two games and maybe the last three, with the Rockets coming on strong late in the game. Here's the time. McRae guarding Cooper. Sampson is on Kareem. 11 on the shot clock. Sky hook. So, 26 for Kareem.
And Sampson could have been called for foul that time. He pushed Kareem.
Level, seeing a lot of action in this game, a lot more than the last two games. Peterson and Kareem fighting, and they're going to jump it. Jim Peterson, what a terrific job he's done in the last couple of games off the bench.
Well, you know, you tend to forget about him on the weak side, and boy, he's going right to the glass if you don't put a body on him about 10 feet from the hoop.
The Rockets win, and Sampson, the loose ball, let's check. They're going to call a shooting foul against the Lakers, and that's how the Laker fans feel, holding their breath in the final moment. Keep in mind that Akeem Olajuwon and Mitch Kupchak went at it in a fight. Both were ejected with 5:14 remaining in the game, with the Lakers leading by 4 points. Sampson, 7 of 8 from the line, looking for his 26th point of the game.
Now they are going to go to this man down the stretch. If he gets double teamed, he's going to have to find the open man.
Lakers lead by 1. Getting down to the 2-minute mark in this game 5. Rockets lead 3 games to 1. Can finish off the Lakers with a victory. LA wants to stay alive. Magic goes up. Goaltending called against Ralph Sampson. And it's a 3-point Laker lead.
Good patience by the Lakers that time to swing it around and then take it to the hoop.
Kareem and Sampson matched up at both ends of the floor. Magic picking up Level on a switch. 6 on the shot clock. Level not in position. Throws up a wild shot, but there's Ralph. And a foul against the Lakers. They had 1 second showing on the 24-second clock when Sampson went up, Tom.
Well, Sampson came up with a big rebound, much like Olajuwon did. A clean-up rebound when they're in serious trouble always helps.
Foul is on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar now with 4 personal fouls.
What the Lakers should be expecting from the Rockets is more penetration by level. They got to keep them out of the middle.
They have.
Right so far. And Sampson will get the ball half the time in the remaining minute and a half.
A one-point game again, 110 to 109.
Now the Lakers, Kareem is their main man.
Johnson going strong to the hoop. And Level comes down with it. And the Rockets, who have not led in this game, have a chance to take the lead with 1:16 to go in this fourth period. The Lakers have been the dominant team in the NBA from the Western Conference in the 80s. Level misses, and Kareem with a big rebound and under a minute to go in a one-point lead. 13 rebounds for Kareem as he delivered in that department.
I think Magic is going to try and find Kareem instead of going one-on-one like the last time.
Big possession now. Out of bounds, the Lakers have it.
And Kareem is really upset because he claims that they're coming in and grabbing his hand on a double team.
Pat Riley will call a timeout. 6 seconds to shoot for the Lakers. 39 seconds to go in the fourth. Everyone's looking at the board. Here's what it says.
At AT&T, we know you never think about our torture tests.
Oh, it's just a phone.
Or about our extraordinary quality control.
I hear you fine, Mom. Australia's only halfway around the world.
Or even about how reliably we design things.
It works. Who ever heard of a computer that works without air conditioning?
You can take everything we do for granted because we leave nothing to chance.
It's not a total loss. The phone still works.
For telephones, information systems, long-distance services, or computers, AT&T is the right choice.
To get rid of old paint and down to bare wood, you can mess around with all kinds of stuff. Or get a Wagner Power Stripper. At 1100 degrees, no heat gun works faster. Wagner does a better job.
Introducing new Microtrack, the Slims.
We have not had a repeat champion in 16 years in the NBA, and only 4 teams have gotten to the finals. The Lakers are trying to become the 5th, but they are within seconds, if they don't hold this lead, of being eliminated by the Rockets. Good shot by Magic Johnson. Timeout, Houston. 37 seconds to go, and the lead is up to 3. Are you surprised at that play?
No, they only had 6 seconds left on the shot clock. They had to get a quick one. So if they get it into Sampson, they've got their best outside shooters in the ball game right now. Their power forward, Peterson out.
And if they shoot quick enough, and they probably will, they'll get another possession. Level into the corner to Reed. Reed, long range for 3, misses. Knocked away, Wiggins has it, a new clock. 4-second differential between what you see and the 24-second clock. It's a 3-point game. Lakers coming out to meet the Rockets defensively. Reed again. The corner hits. A 3-point shot to tie the game at 112. And timeout Lakers with 15 seconds to go. And Tommy Heinsohn, the defending world champion, are coming down to 15 seconds where they can take the last shot. Here's what happened here.
Well, they just moved it around. They were going 3-point play all the way. Reed took the first one, missed it, but gets it right here. They moved it beautifully.
The bench reaction by the Houston Rockets. And a timeout. L.A. has just a 20-second timeout remaining. You can get fouled on it. You can get a tip in. A lot of things can happen off of it. And Sampson is 7 feet 4 inches tall, and he could rise above the pack there.
And even with Kareem on him, he's still going to have the size advantage, plus the leaping ability. So with 1 second, there's a very strong possibility for the Rockets. You've got to get all over the guy taking the ball out of bounds. Make it as tougher pass as possible.
There's Ralph Sampson, who has 27. Olajuwon was ejected with 30 points scored. McRae will inbound. 1 second on the clock. Sampson. It goes. It's over. A miraculous shot by Ralph Sampson. Off balance. Orleans has given the Houston Rockets the Western Conference Championship and a trip to Boston for the NBA World title. And an improbable finish to the Lakers' reign. And the Rockets did it with Hakeem Olajuwon in the dressing room. And the man of the hour for the Houston Rockets is Ralph Sampson with 1 second to go. The ball went to him, off balance, the ball dropped. And the Houston Rockets have stunned this capacity crowd at the Forum and have beaten the Lakers 114 to 112.
Here it is, getting in. They had nobody getting on the inbound man. Easy pass to Sampson, and he just turned around. Kareem very afraid to foul him. Here he gets good position. Now you see Abdul-Jabbar just back off and let him shoot the shot rather than foul him, and it goes in by the luck of the man upstairs.
And so for the 17th year, we will not have a repeat champion in the NBA. It'll be the Houston Rockets, an improbable team to say the least, with one of the stunning upsets in NBA playoff history, headed for Boston and the finals against the Celtics.
Can you solve the case of the missing case? Well, now you know what happened.
Hey, who turned out the lights?
There's a case of Miller Lite missing. Who took it?
Well, during May, there'll be clues and entry forms where light is sold. And if you crack the case, you'll get a crack at all kinds of prizes, like a mystery vacation worth 10 grand. And hurry, because the culprit's going to be revealed Sunday, June 1st on network television.
It's no mystery that there's only one light beer, Miller Lite.
The Houston Rockets have defeated the Los Angeles Lakers 114 to 112, and we have to give the Miller Lite Most Valuable Player Award to Ralph Sampson. Those are his numbers. He won the game. He took over when Olajuwon was ejected, and Miller Lite is proud to present a check for $1,000 to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society on behalf of Ralph. Here was the shot again.
Nobody got on the passer. They had a free defender, which was James Worthy, who never even got close to Sampson. That strategy there really backfired for Pat Riley.
Tommy, what about this series? It'll go down, I'm sure, as one of the most shocking upsets, considering that the Houston Rockets lost 4 out of 5 during the regular year, and then win the game and win 4 straight from the Lakers, who did not lose 4 straight at any time this year. Right now, let's go to Pat O'Brien.
Thank you, Dick. It's Bedlam back here with Ralph Sampson. I don't ask this question much, but how does it feel?
I think it's probably the best experience I ever had in my basketball career.
What about that last shot? Was that a planned shot, Ralph?
Well, it was only 1 second left, and I had to, do something with the planned play to come inside, and I had to get it up, and I got it up and it went in.
How much were you motivated by Olajuwon being ejected from the game?
Well, it was a very emotional game for both teams, and it's going to be a fight and scratch, and sooner or later it just had to get to a boil. And my basic point within that is to get off of him. Don't take him to the ground or try to hurt him. It wasn't no use in all that, but that's the way it went. And then I had to get myself up to play and perform and do something.
Here's a new question for you. Can you beat Boston?
Right now, we're going to enjoy this moment. Go home to Houston and enjoy the fans in Houston. Hello, Houston. And we're going to have fun, and we're going to go to Boston positively thinking, and we're going to go to play.
Ralph, thank you. Congratulations. He's celebrating. Let's go back to Dick.
Thank you very much, Pat. Well, if one Twin Tower doesn't get you, the other one will. Sampson scored 10 of the Rockets' last 13, and it was a game at Boston Garden, Tommy. You saw it when Sampson went down with a scary injury. A lot of people didn't know how serious it was, and the Rockets were playing well in that game.
And I think with Sampson and Olajuwon really picking up the experience of this last season, the second and third year for both of them, they are going to have present a tough, big Twin Tower effect against the Celtics, even though the Celtics have a lot of big guys.
They have a lot of big guys, and the Rockets show that they can play inside as well, and this team could be on a roll, and the Celtics will be ready for them, we know. We'll be back with more at the Forum in just a moment. Western Conference champions. And during the year, Tommy, a lot of people were saying that the Lakers may be the best of all time. And Pat Riley was just telling us yesterday in practice, he says, if we don't come back strong in this series and make a run out of this, all the good things that we established will be lost.
It's not by accident that there hasn't been a repeat champion since 1969. It's an emotional problem
to come back and repeat, particularly with this significant number of teams in the NBA right now. Each team plays their best game against you. When we repeated, there were only 8 teams. You had to establish your dominance only over 8 teams. Now it's much tougher. I think the Lakers did an outstanding job. I think they did all you could expect against a buzzsaw.
All right, the Houston Rockets have won. Robert Reed, a three-point play to tie it, and Ralph Sampson, a great shot to win it. The Rockets' only lead of the game was the time it counted the most. And so for Tom Heinsohn and Pat O'Brien, this is Dick Stockton saying so.